Well, it looks like Huggy only damaged us mentally.
We're alive? How are we alive?
Questions are for later. Moving is for now. There's obviously something deeper going on with this, and I suspect it has something to do with that red smoke we walked through earlier.
Where are we even at? It's just a bunch of doors and cardboard cutouts, all for an orphanage of oppression.
It looks to me that we're stuck in a nursery.
The madness never ends. I'm not hitting that right now. I don't want the static to bang on my eardrums.
Which is odd. How did we get here? If the Huggy Wuggy VHS tape was a hallucination, did we just stumble down here?
That's my best guess. I also would like to think that the Elliot Ludwig things we heard about were radio broadcasts in the past, that we hallucinated. Again, sort of like PT.
How do I get this door open? My hand can't fit through the bars. What was that?
What was what?
You're not hearing those sounds? It's like we're waking up the dead.
Jill's actually been awake for a few hours now, probably answering my invoices if I know her.
Okay, that's a bit of a crazy comment, Joe.
Who else did you want me to say?
We're both thinking it, Obama.
Don't say it, especially after earlier.
What happened to this thing? Did Mommy Longlegs divorce him and lose custody or something?
No clue. But I don't think the cardboard is going to tell us.
Wait, what's going on down here? A car? Why is there a speed racer model in the basement?
I don't know, but you're dying, Dawn.
Well, I guess we're not supposed to go that way. And I can't go this way either. Seems like 2 + 2 isn't equaling 4 right now.
Maybe you have to do something with the car. I doubt the developers would put that much detail into something that different just for it to be a weird decoration. Look around to see if you spot anything.
As long as Catnap isn't playing hide and seek, we'll be A-okay.
Either that or we're going to need a big syringe.
Wait, what's that thing?
Gas mask? Is this to protect us from the smoke?
I think it's the gas mask that was from the teasers. This might play a key part in avoiding more hallucinations.
So I grabbed onto this car and I'm going to ram these boxes into the world of the Ender Dragon.
Whoa.
Wow, okay then. I was just joking, very much joking. I didn't mean it literally.
Catnap obviously knows we're wandering the facility. I just wonder how much he's going to let us get away with these shenanigans.
Maybe he's playing with his food like a cat would.
See, this is why I'm a big fan of the other breed of cat.
I think we're going the right way. I will say not knowing what to do is frustrating, especially since this entire game is pretty open.
Open in what way? I think it's just as closed as the other chapters, although this one's atmosphere is drastically different. This doesn't even feel like we're in a factory anymore.
We're right at home with the Great Depression. He's anorexic too? There's no way we're getting folded by a cat that's built like a Victorian couch.
Did you not see the problem that he's wandering these halls, Donald? We might have another chase scene at this rate.
The way the game's unfolded, almost certainly. I don't know if it'll be anytime soon, though, because we have a lot of batteries to turn on in PlayCare. I think 6 in total.
I think that's something I have to remind myself. We're in here to activate the battery. I just wonder what sort of trouble awaits in front of us. I suppose it's the creeping anxiety that we all get.
My creeping anxiety is 2 things: court hearings and how exactly we get out of this place. And right now, I'm knee-deep in both.
How are you knee-deep in a court case? You're not Elliot Ludwig.
Because lousy liberals want to be knee-deep in me? What does this lead to? A closet or something?
This place is all thrown around. What the?
Femboy Huggy Wuggy, what are you doing here?
Kissy Missy seems to be the only thing here besides Ollie that hasn't tried to kill us. With that being said, I wouldn't go out of my way to try to antagonize her. Seems she's in here for a reason.
Well, you have fun in there, Kissy. Sorry about your boyfriend, or brother, or both, I don't judge.
Friendly reminder that we're in an orphanage, Don. Machines or not, I think we have some haunting of the souls that we're dealing with.
I'm waiting for the 5 Nights at Freddy's rip-off comments.
We have descending walls now? Why does this orphanage need government technology? And then they have a box TV set up here. I can't stand this place.
A James Bond lair in place for a boarding house is certainly something.
I'd ask where the sharks are, but I think Catnap ate them.
Not with that build.
Detected in his recent checkup.
Stable patient here, I guess.
Regular. We've pulled him from the home sweet home just before lights out to perform.
What are you doing with my friend?
Wait, what?
What are you doing out of bed? How did you get in here?
Is Kevin sick? Why did you take him away?
Oh, they were doing something foul.
Kevin is very sick. Very, very sick.
Because you did something.
To make him better.
So he's just lying.
Do you really think you will be okay?
I should think so. We're good at what we do, son. We paid attention in school, learned, and got our proper rest when we needed it.
Practically
That's like we
gaslighting.
need it now, I should think. Come now, let's get you on back to bed.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure meeting you, Joseph.
Joseph?
And I promise you, your friend will be all right. When you see him again, he'll have never been better.
That ending, I don't know how to feel about these scientists or what they've been up to.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Joseph isn't seeing his friend unless he's hugging a wuggy. Scientists and children don't mix. I know you guys saw that one Full Metal Alchemist episode.
What Full Metal Alchemist episode?
Oh boy.
Joe, just let old Don tell you here. It's best to stay ignorant on this one. Curiosity does more to the cat than you think, and you don't have those 9 lives anymore.
Oh, there's the other battery.
Is that you, Catnap? Haven't they taught you to beware of the dog? You forget I'm a pit bull in human form.
With the face of a bulldog to match.
I'm pretty sure if you walked into Atlanta, a Michael Vick would throw a chain around your neck.
I guess this is what I get for being the best candidate this country has ever seen before. It's okay, you guys will ruin the U.S. one way or another.
Only you could find a way to talk about more political yammering when we're being hunted like some chipmunks.
Well, if you haven't heard the roosters crow, that means I'm doing something right. Now, every door opens when Donald Trump walks through.
There's a lot of door there, so we're lucky to make it through in the first place.
Didn't really expect you to call him that, Joe.
Oh, we got another car we have to set off? I wonder who put all these cars here after this place was abandoned. They were clearly an approval for the vandalism.
I swear, if you make another peaceful protest joke.
I don't think it was ever a joke, Obama.
Looks like we got another cardboard cutout.
Hi there, I'm Piggy. Let's eat. Roast beef, delicious.
Eating meat as a farm
Grilled
animal?
chicken, down the hatch.
They don't care.
Seared elephant, yum.
Seared elephant?
Fried unicorn,
Wait a minute.
Still hungry.
All that and you're still hungry?
What do you say you and I be friends?
Wait, did Picky Piggy really eat the smiling critters?
I was wondering why you were just sitting in silence. Pondering on dead mascots is certainly a heavy thought.
All we know is that Catnap is the last one, so something had to happen to the rest.
Wait a minute. The person that told us that was Ollie, right?
Yeah, it was through the phone that we found before we saw the crash site.
Is that the bear? What is the bear doing here?
It's still, and it looks like it's glowing too. I think it's probably just a statue.
Plus, I don't think they would introduce a character without any form of build-up or cinematic. Just a 3D still would be a bit out of character.
With all these beds here, you're telling me that the bear was just standing here watching over these children? No wonder they were having nightmares.
If it's a statue too, it could most likely be a place where that smoke comes from.
Looking around and seeing the power strips for the hand, I also have to assume that it's a part of a puzzle that we have to figure out.
This shelter really had wiring circuits out in front of 3-year-olds, and we're probably doing crazy experiments for all we know. Call me Joe Swanson the way I can't stand this place anymore.
I thought you were going to say me for a second.
No, you're a way different Joe. One's a paraplegic and the other's a... One son came back from war and the other... You know what? I'll just bite my tongue on this one.
This is not a statue. Do you see the way this thing is moving back and forth? Why does it have a heat sensor on it to detect my movement?
Oh, my thought from earlier. So, Ollie was the one to tell us that Catnap was the only one left. But he also sounded super hesitant on how many smiling critters there were.
Yeah, Ollie didn't seem like he knew the exact amount, which is odd, because he knows his way around the facility well enough to guide us.
So what's to say that Ollie is even a child at all if he doesn't know anything about the smiling critters?
See, the Donald Trump intuition called that out like the false narrative it was. Oliver Twist could have been a wolf in sheep's clothing, and we would have been none the wiser.
We still are none the wiser right now. Ollie is the only one that is helping us for the time being. And we're pretty much in the same hunting ground of a prehistoric animal.
Stop patting his pockets like the senators you allow slack, Joe. For all we know, he's secretly working with Catnap to try to lure us into a false sense of security. We freed Poppy and she threw us to the dogs. The only thing we can trust down here is ourselves.
Even then, I would have tripped you back near the Huggy chase. He would have had Picky Piggy a bit earlier than he expected.
What am I even doing right now? All this talk about the animal logos from football teams has me lost on my main mission.
Finding batteries to power Home Sweet Home, and avoiding Catnap at all possible costs. We haven't really ran into him yet, but I don't think we're strong enough regardless to fight him.
Not this again. Joe, do you not remember our entire discussion where we fought Springtrap? Do you not remember that we could easily take him? Why wouldn't we be able to take a kitten?
That kitten has as much juice as a prime bottle.
With the legs of some telephone poles to match.
Oh, please. He has the rib cage of an already eaten rotisserie chicken. If anything, we can just grab its tail and rip it off like he's a Saiyan.
You better be wearing a gas mask then, because he'll just cause you to be counting sheep.
I'll have enough wool for a bedtime story and some new fur. And he would still get packed up like a battery. You two take the legs and I'll face him head on.
You really need to stop looping us into your hijinks.
You really need to start using a different denture cleaner before your breath gets worse than any red smoke I'll ever inhale.
Talking about inhaling red smoke while also being around your Republican friends is a bitter irony that I've sadly gotten used to, Donald.
You think the developers are trying to merge both sides by making a blue elephant? Like building the bridge between liberal and conservative.
Reminds me of the one photo where Crips and Bloods have their bandanas tied. That level of representation is kind of crazy.
Or you could have people coming for your throats like you tried to sell them an NFT or something.
Doesn't apply here. NFTs are rightfully dead and they jump ship to merchandising. We could actually get a Huggy Wuggy plushie if we wanted to, but I don't think any of us want it strangling us.
Wait. You're telling me they made smart corporate moves and actually made these plushies into a real thing. Where do I buy one?
Donald the consumer wasn't exactly what I expected for this recording.
You are actually pulling out your phone and buying one. Well then, someone contact the coroner.
First off, I am not buying one. My assistant is. Second, it better be for your death certificate because that's staying on your side of the couch.
No, it's not. You're not bringing home a fluffy weapon of destruction for it to snap our necks while we're recording. Do you even remember the Cheerio incident?
Yes, I remember the Cheerio incident. Why do you think I want this thing?
What's the Cheerio incident?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh boy, how about this Poppy Playtime?
I sleep with one eye open, gentlemen. Remember that.
Is that why you can't get proper rest?
Are we ready for another panel here?
2 hugs a day is better in every way.
Well, it is Huggy Wuggy, so it's not surprising he would say that.
Hugging forever. Hugs are non-stop.
Can you not be creepy for the flip side of 5 seconds? Who even says that?
Hey, keeps the monsters away.
And you're telling me that you want a Huggy Wuggy plushie. His arms are as long as a ladder, and he's going to treat us like Homer Simpson.
Well, it's better than this plushie. Just look at this stupid cat hanging from the wall, ready to poison the youth. If this company lasted for 5 more years, it would probably be singing Nickelback songs in a high-pitched voice.
The brain rot of 2005. Look at how far we've come.
Yeah, about 2 more steps into Home Sweet Home because these puzzles take forever.
Well, there's a fire right ahead of us. Always an option for an early exit.
Not so early for some of us.
Okay, I think that's the last of it. We have power running through the line, and we should be able to get through the door now.
Yeah, looks like we're good to go.
Well, that's good, because I could definitely tell it what, and there's more.
Well, it's about time that we got done with that. Only took another half hour.
Get me out of this place already. I'm miserable here. This is the worst feeling I've had all game, and it's not even close.
I will say it feels like we've been playing this a lot longer than the second chapter. And it doesn't even feel like we're a fraction of the way done.
I'm not surprised. As soon as I saw the size of Playcare and how many batteries that we have to get a hold of, it's something I sort of expected.
I don't care because I'm getting out of this place. And if there's any more puzzles that I have to sit through, I'm stuffing the keyboard up one of your guys' ass.
Look at that, finally home free. What the?
Let me go, Noodle Arms.
Why is she attacking us?
I'll skin you alive, freak.
No! Let go!
Yeah, get your friend off me.
I didn't do anything
Wait,
wrong.
Poppy? Why is she here?
Actually here to help.
Help! You tried to kill us.
This place makes her tense.
Interesting.
I'm glad that Ollie could help you get this far.
Very
He's
interesting.
the reason we found you at all.
So Ollie is in work with these guys and we have like a civil war going on here or something? I mean, she's dressed for the occasions.
Like the train crash hurt us both.
How exactly did it hurt you?
You've been through so much.
Your head is stupid, by the way. I just hit it.
You deserve an explanation. Come on.
So there's more going on than what meets the eye.
I'm following you out of sheer demand from the game.
Be okay. We'll be okay.
Just remember that as far as I'm concerned, we're still enemies, Poppy.
If anything, they weren't like Mommy and Huggy, who actively tried to treat our guts like it was a slinky.
You're telling me this thing had a button that only it could press? No wonder this company went underground.
Of course, you would be the one to look up its legs, Donald.
Well, well, well.
One of these days, the disrespect that I get will circle around to bite both of you.
I'm not your enemy, but I can't just let you leave.
Yeah, we figured that much.
This opening down here is bigger than all of us. And I need you, so we can get revenge on those monsters who've tortured you, who've tortured us.
Let me guess. It was Congress, right?
They didn't act alone. They're disciples of the original, the prototype.
I'm sorry, the prototype?
I think they're referring to the metal hand.
Do the honors?
I don't know what honor you want me to have, considering I just got groped by a pink teddy bear. You're lucky I'm such a gracious and caring man that And that powered the rest of Playcare.
I wonder what all the other batteries are for then, if we have the whole facility running now.
Again, Poppy's lucky that I'm willing to stomach this nonsense.
What she was saying was interesting nonetheless. I'm willing to hear her out.
The prototype knows we're coming by now. If you try to escape, he'll kill you before you ever reach that front door.
They don't know me, son.
The reason I was trapped in that god-awful case for so long, you have no idea the things he's done. Let me help you kill him.
A lot of hatred
Let
here.
me help you save everyone. We've all seen you, how capable you are.
I am me,
Killed
after
Huggy.
all.
You killed Mommy. You freed me. You are perfect for this.
Some great volunteer work.
Catnap is coming.
Let him come.
Final obstacle the prototype has placed against us.
Excuse me, Donald?
Can't stay here. Keep yourself safe. Ollie will call you.
Well, then that was a lot to process there, wasn't it?
All in all, everything in here wants to devour us whole, and the only thing stopping it is Reed Richards' training gear.
For now, we have a clear side of confrontation. Poppy and Catnap are not on the same side, and it seems like Catnap is a part of that spiny arm we saw in last chapter.
It seems like Poppy explained everything now, and she turned on the dome's backup power.
He's on board
Now
too.
the plan from here is pretty simple. We need to restore power to the gas production zone.
Of course we do.
Go back to the home sweet home building you were just in.
Are you kidding me, Ollie?
Find a big power cord somewhere around the porch.
He doesn't seem to be kidding,
And
Donald.
plug it in underneath the statue.
Ollie is a tad bit too cheery for the situation that we're facing right now. I wonder what long-term illness he'll have that will be revealed later in the game.
Thank goodness. I thought we had to go back into that house, but we just have to grab this tether thing. Dreams do come true, and they're shimmering tonight.
Don't get that excited. We still have to euthanize a rabid cat.
I'm even more excited now.
Say hoo-ha.
There we go, Ollie.
Awesome! Look at that! Remember that generator you turned on inside of Home Sweet Home? That
Unfortunately.
was a backup generator for just that building.
Uh-oh.
And every building should have one. Now you've just taken Home Sweet Home's backup power and routed it here.
How do you know all of
Already
this?
halfway done. But where to go next? Everywhere is pretty dangerous around here. That playhouse especially. Yuck.
We have to do it all sometime.
Your best bet is probably the school. Catnap usually leaves that place alone. Sending you the key now.
Give Catnap some catnip before I give him a cat sip of this cat drip.
Memento mori, Don.
Is it me, or is this a really long elevator?
If I remember correctly, the backrooms are supposed to play off an endless maze concept, correct?
Kinda.
What do you mean, kinda?
There's supposed to be an exit to the backrooms, and there's multiple levels you can ascend to so you can reach that exit.
And of course, no maze is complete without a few monsters.
Well, no need to fear because the world's best security guard is here.
That's all the more reason to fear.
The elevator just stopped moving?
Looks like it's our stop.
Oh, wow.
Is there any inventory in this game? I wish I never asked.
Record the entity during a blackout. Find VHS tapes.
We got a sanity level 2. Well, we already lost that with Joe over here.
So this is the fabled backrooms, huh?
I can smell the cigar smoke and stained carpet through the screen.
See how it just seemingly goes on and on?
Wait, I have a camera? This is the camera?
Talk about high quality. This is insane.
It's like I'm an excavator digging through tunnels. Yeah, this is going to be a problem.
Well, we already know it's going to be a problem. The objective said there was an entity roaming around these rooms.
You also have to collect 6 VHS tapes to move on to the next level.
Is this one of them right here on the floor?
Looks like a VHS tape to me.
I wonder what horrors lie on this thing. Does it update when I pick up a tape?
Yeah, it does.
Cool, so we just need 5 more and to find whatever Minecraft spawn exists down here.
Better put on the joggers.
Is that another tape right there? Man, this is going to be a piece of cake.
I still wouldn't be getting too ahead of yourself. We have an unknown entity that we have to capture on camera.
And they'll get pummeled like they always do. Wait, is this the exit?
No, this is just a hiding hole, in case something starts chasing after us.
Awfully cramped in here. Or Donald's just taking up all the space for a nap.
Not my fault that was made to store wine vats or something, but that'll be handy when we have to... What is this?
Gonna be honest, do not know. Probably shouldn't fall down them, though.
Is it safe to walk across them at least?
We're gonna hope that I didn't drink at the New Year's party because we're tightrope walking across this floor.
Just don't look down.
Ugh! Is there a toilet leak on the second floor?
Maybe we got the bathrooms after this.
We can worry about the next...
What the... Oh, that's just some drawing on the wall.
This environment is like walking around an old bank hallway.
I think what contributes is that you can hear the slight hum of the ceiling lights constantly stir in the background.
Does this pointed tape lead to absolutely nothing? Except another tape. I'll take that.
So, Joe, I think you said that you've never seen this game before, right?
I haven't played this specific Backrooms game, but I have played several Backrooms games before. With that being said, I also think I know what the entity might look like, basing it off several games in the past.
These walls got me strafing like I'm in R6 right now. Okay, we can get the tape.
So what exactly do we have on this creature?
I don't know yet. We haven't seen it.
Yeah, but you said that you've played other Backrooms games, so I'm assuming they'd use similar assets.
From what I remember, the creature was super tall and made a lot of noise when it got close to you.
So the Geico caveman?
No, well, the shoe fits, but...
Yeah, it's the Geico caveman.
All right, we only need one more tape, yeah?
Yeah, and it's right here. Honestly, this was kind of a letdown. There wasn't even a monster or anything. What the...
You sure about that, Donald?
You heard that too, right, Obama?
I still do!
I'm getting out of here!
Get into that hole, Don!
He's right behind us!
Why is he the one screaming?
Just get into the wall.
Oh,
What the-
that's the monster?
What is that thing?
A Taco Bell spork is what's roaming around here?
I think Harry Potter tripped on a coat hanger and we got that.
Well, if it's not obvious, that's the entity that we have to be aware of.
No kidding. He sounds like he was locked away in a Minecraft cave.
Oh, right, we have to film this thing.
Come out, plughead. I got a fresh chalupa for you.
Donald, why did you whistle?
How else am I supposed to get him over here?
Well, he's thumping, all right.
Not fast enough. Now he's here.
My goodness, that is such an interesting build.
This thing does 6 days of cardio and eats ice cubes for protein.
If fasting was a person...
What the... a rice cake?
We have
Is
way
this the
bigger
blackout?
problems to worry about right now.
Obama, no. This is the blackout we need. We got to record that thing now.
You better go, because blackouts don't last very long.
I hear him around the corner. Do not notice me.
He's massive.
You got it now, run!
He saw me!
He saw!
That was the first time that thing ever lifted something in his existence.
Must be a lot stronger than we think if he can lift all 3 of us.
My turn, Donald.
Beat down that stupid Ethernet cord.
I'll be honest, until the last tape, we pretty much had everything under control. We just got to keep track of the hiding spots, and we should be good.
The problem was when I had to act as cameraman around a radioactive Type-C charger.
Well, just consider that a warm-up round. Now that we know what to expect, this will be the run.
By the way, while Monsters Incorporated was hunting me down, I ended up picking a rice cake up off the ground.
I'm assuming we have some sort of food or health bar we don't know about.
Record a smiler on the pitfalls?
Was that the boxes of Abyss that I ran across earlier?
Well, we just so happened to spawn right in front of it this time.
If you decide to walk over them, just remember to keep your balance.
Wait, there's more over there too? Looks like we got a lot of room to explore. Guess we should get started then.
I still don't understand what the point of the tape was for. It just
coffee?
leads us to a bungalow of death.
Bungalow or not. Oop! Got a tape right here.
You were saying, Barack?
I'm going to try to be as agile as possible. Old salad fingers ain't going to catch me slipping.
There's help written on the wall. Do we have friends in this game where I can steal their things and push them down the pitfalls?
You're saying that like you almost look forward to encountering that situation.
There's a good chance I might be, Joe. There's a good chance I might be.
I'm not a big fan of this openness at all. I don't know if it's because there's no holes to duck in or no walls to juke the monster out, but I just don't like it.
Well, we all know if worse comes to worse, we can just jump down the clearing. It's
I'm
better
going
than
for
getting
it.
used like
Jump!
a toothbrush.
Funny enough, when you got all 6 tapes, that's when the monster started tracking you down from a ways away.
Did he have a scouter or something to find my power level?
If that happens again, make sure to keep a wall handy.
That's the main reason why I didn't like that open area. It was like his stomping ground.
Anywhere is his...
He's right there!
Remember the hole back there?
He's as
Try to
loud
find
as
it
a
right
fire
now.
alarm.
Where's the hole?
Barack, hide!
Here it is!
Get in there because he's sprinting like Noah Lyles.
Is the coast clear? Are we good?
Wait around a couple minutes. We don't need to rush. See? He just passed gas, and that indicates he's still close to us.
This is a dumb question, but he can't crawl in here, right?
I really couldn't tell you, but theoretically, if he could, he would have done it the first time during Donald's playthrough.
I cannot tell how far away he is because he keeps grunting like a caveman.
It was louder when he was right next to me, so all I'm saying is that we probably got half a Long John Silver's of distance between us.
Certainly an interesting choice on measuring distance.
I want to leave already, but the lion roars in the distance are super unsettling. Like, what if I go a few feet and he's right behind me?
He's right behind me, isn't he? Is what you're going to say.
Okay. Actually, I'm not going to go yet. I'm just so hesitant.
Ain't nothing else but to do it.
I can still hear him. It's whatever, I guess. Just slowly back up. Now let's back up at a normal speed. And we're out of there.
Wait, Obama, this is perfect. Now we have the other side to explore, and that monster is still roaming around over there.
That's assuming that this game is following physics and doesn't teleport him once we get farther away from him. Also, we're still not sure if he's the only monster in here.
Apparently not, because we have to record a smiler on the pitfalls. Now don't ask me what all that means.
I guess we're about to find out.
And now it's dark?
Where am I
Try
at?
to find a hole in the wall, Obama. We don't want to run around in the dark.
That's what I'm trying to do. I just hope we have enough distance between Metal Man back there.
Deep breaths, Barack. You can't lose yourself in a panic. That'll just make things worse.
I'm trying. What is that?
It had a huge smiling mouth. Is that the smiler that we need to take a picture of?
Go to the pitfalls. I think that's what we need to take a picture of.
I'm right here. I just got to be careful on these ledges.
Now what?
Wait, there's one right there. Do I just pull out my camera?
I think so. Is there a record button or anything?
There! It said I recorded the smiler. All we got to do is collect the rest of the VHS tapes.
Don't do it yet. At least wait until the lights are back on, because you do not want that thing coming at you full throttle.
No, I actually thought about inviting him over here to play laser tag in the dark.
With your track record, I wouldn't bet against it.
Is this the last VHS? This is the last VHS.
He didn't even come...
And as soon as you say
Hole in the
something,
wall.
Donald...
Now!
I didn't think it would be a problem.
Get in! Get in! He's right
Move,
there!
Obama!
You're not even playing. Why are you telling him to move?
To remind him that someone is right behind him.
Yeah, because the loud maniacal screaming couldn't have told me that.
I'm not even scared anymore. I'm just upset that overgrown tree bark is what's causing us all this trouble.
This is the thing that went on when you played. What happens now?
Nothing, I think. Only a big red light went off, a very bright light, and that was it.
I'm hoping that's all that happens. We don't need to be turned into cable feeder for a zip tie.
Every time I look at this thing, it just makes me mad. Like he put all his stat points into height.
It is a very interesting build, I must admit.
Like, Obama, doesn't this upset you? The big bad of this game is nothing more than a wire cutter victim?
I'm not roasting him just in case we fall in here for real.
Walking around this place like you're King Kong. Buddy, you're barely a display case in Circuit City.
Are you done?
With your jackhammer arm and toilet bowl head, you look like a chewed-up bread tag.
Got one more left in you?
I hope the next meal I eat, the weight will go to you, because you need it, long neck.
He didn't take that one too kindly.
I'm just giving him suggestions on how to improve himself. Maybe he should also think about trying out this new discovery called a squat.
You always make sure to pick the most random objects to have beef with.
Once he's a bit farther away, I'm popping this coffee and I'm making a run for it.
Do we know what the coffee even does?
Whatever it does, I doubt it can be really harmful to us.
Not if it has cream in it.
We're going now. Time to bust out of here.
I'll be really transparent here, Obama. I don't think me or Joe know the way back to the elevator, so this one's all on you.
Fine by me. I got another energy drink for the road. I can't tell if this makes me faster or gives me unlimited stamina, but I'm not complaining.
I don't think you
That's
need
the
it.
elevator. I told you guys, this game has nothing on the world's best security
Donald.
guard. The very best.
You didn't do anything but sit down and insult anything that had a pulse. I didn't even hit the button because of you.
Either way, nice way to nab out a small victory, Barack. Now I guess it's on to the next level.
Victory for Donald.
There is no way you're claiming victory after something I accomplished.
Of course not. We are claiming victory. just with my name in the front. Time to grease up our oil holes again for how deep we're going to get slammed.
So I will mention that even though the last challenge was on the easier side, don't expect the same for this challenge.
I didn't count on that, thankfully.
Of course, now that we're up, all of my old gravestones are coming back to harass the world's best security guard.
Well, look at the bright side, Donald. Your favorite phallic-inducing bird is back.
What do you mean by that?
He's talking about toy Chica, Donald. Context clues shouldn't be seen with a magnifying glass.
It's been literal months. Can't you Democratic donkeys let a single joke slide?
I thought the weight jokes would have told you that, Donald.
Time to get used to having my heart ripped out of my chest.
I know it's self-explanatory by the title, but these are all old animatronics, right? And since Marionette is in the game, we have to wind up the music box, right? I guess I'll have to wait for my question to be answered.
And within the matter of 13 seconds, I've been gutted and sautéed like a mahi fish.
At least you're not as angry as you used to be.
Yeah, because if I get too loud, the microphone might get unplugged and I'll pop my shoe into the laptop screen.
We already saw this coming, Joe. But some fans are dubbing the past incident as the Mike of 24.
Chica's about to make me throw in a sequel to that, by the way.
Gentlemen, with all due respect, it would help if you would take a look at what each animatronic does. I thought I wouldn't have to clarify this because Donald says he did research, but I guess I was mistaken.
Well, this is catastrophic. No wonder everyone was getting angry in the comments. Don couldn't get past the 15 seconds in a marathon, let alone custom night.
You dare question the intelligence of the world's best security guard? I don't need any backseat passengers telling me what to do, thank you very much.
Donald, quit stomping around and just go to the menu. Japan doesn't need another earthquake.
Go up to Freddy and read off what it says.
He approaches from the left hall. Keep track of him on the monitor and shut the door when he is standing on the doorway. He moves faster as the building gets warmer.
So you're telling me that you haven't even glanced at the instructions, even when they were right there on the screen?
Now that you mention it, I was fairly concerned how he supposedly had a strategy, yet was failing only a few seconds into the night.
Can't hear you over the sound of barbed wire being put up between us.
No wonder you like to sit on the fence.
Is this why I was getting fondled by Chica? If it's not on the shuffle option, she lubes me up like swimwear? Are you kidding me?
Donald, this could have been all avoided if you actually paid attention to what you should have been doing. Too much confidence in your strategy that somehow neglected what the animatronics do.
No wonder everyone was throwing coffee mugs at us in the comments. We didn't even actually play the game.
I'm reading about that now. Just keep quiet and go talk about safety awareness or something.
He's not the one I had to take the gun away from.
All right. The world's best security guard is ready to go back into the ring once more. You may have heard that before, but let me assure you, I will not allow these creaky coffee makers to spew insults after clapping my cheeks.
Listen, as long as you don't unplug anything while you drop kick the mouse pad, then I don't care. I'm trying to minimize the audio issues we have from now on.
So is this where you put effort into damage control? The audio issues?
So that's why Karine is always the one addressing press now when something goes south.
Yeah, I have to put my attention and focus into prospects that matter, like playing horror games.
I'm sorry, I've got to ask this. Has something seemed off to you guys as of recently?
What do you mean?
Can't hear you, trying to focus.
I don't know. I just feel like something has been missing recently. You know that feeling, Joe?
I think I know what you're talking about, but be more specific. What feeling?
Well, yeah, or do I say it? Like almost nothing changed at all, yet it changed so much.
If you have a nostalgia kick, I can bring back the age jokes and the wife jokes, if that's what you're missing. Looks like Bonnie wants it too, the way he's trying to rub one off on me.
I wouldn't really say that. I just think something's missing. Maybe it's because we rarely cuss anymore, or we also don't include as much political talk as we used to.
You want me to mention how Abbott is defending the future of this country? Or how DeSantis is a shriveled raisin prune of a man? Or how Vivek has finally owned up to the truth? Obama, I'm focused right now.
Well, now that you're not focused, and since Freddy's teabagging your lifeless skeleton, what do you have to say?
Since Joe wants to put sanctions on the American people, I guess that leaves me with no choice but to put him in front of a folding chair and karate kick him.
What?
What?
I'm just going to talk for the people that are watching us. Our mics didn't break. They're just oddly doing that old people stare at each other.
How many Joe Bidens does it take to change a light bulb?
How many Donald Trumps does it take to eat a dinner box?
How many senile presidents does it take to realize we're staring at a blank screen? What are we even doing right now?
You guys remember when I said one joke about Donald and he kicked me in the face like a horse?
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days.
Going back to what you were saying where something is off, I think political tensions don't really assist in our friendship. Some of these situations can affect thousands of people. Good, hardworking people. It's natural where there's an off environment.
It's on and off. Sometimes I look at Joe as a decent human being. Other times, an armadillo curled up in the fetal position looks like more of a president than he does.
I don't know if the insult is really necessary there.
Well, Balloon Boy's having a hoot at it because he won't shut up.
Like that. Where did your hatred for Balloon Boy go? You used to light up like a Roman candle, and now it just seems passive-aggressive.
After almost getting audited for damage claims, you really doubt my anger issues after losing so many times Obama? It's not even scaring me anymore. It's just making me want to drive my fist the deepest it can go through this port.
Well, there's the shouting that I asked for, if you want to call it that.
The point still stands that the only thing that changes around us is ourselves. And the perception that we hold is that nothing is as good as the old days. Funny enough, we'll be doing that with these times in the future.
That is probably the best answer I could have heard. Not to sound like a Donald or anything, but I'm surprised that there wasn't a vomit of words there.
Yeah, because it's my fault I want to determine the legitimacy of what someone is saying, and not for it to be mumbo-jumbo.
I think it might be a combination of large crowds and old age, if you will.
Milk starts to expire the second it launches from a cow's udder. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We need sharp-minded people running this country. Very sharp.
Don, you might want to get that.
Way ahead of you, Obama. Remember what I said about being a backseat gamer? Let the world's best security guard work his magic. Thank you very much.
I will say that never gets old.
That game was totally rigged.
The irony, that is, our constant fails are getting old, or rather, Don's constant fails.
Listen, I'm the only one trying out of this entire bingo club, and I got someone who wants to work in Whole Foods on one end, and an old man that needs help around Whole Foods on the other.
Are you frustrated enough that you want to quit or something?
This is the same copy-paste story from last few episodes, and I even looked at the descriptions. This game treats my image like it's Little Orphan Annie on O Block.
You are really good at not answering the question.
I'm not going out like that. There has to be some way to conquer this game. One way or another, I will get through this. That's it. I'm moving to Texas.
We have to get past night 4, gentlemen.
Barack is right. We've simply spent too much time on it as it is.
When night 4 is as rigged as the Super Bowl, how do you expect us to beat it?
It's not rigged, Donald. We just suck.
I'm surprised you didn't mention the election there.
The best security guard does not suck. And to prove my point, I'll beat this night first try.
Don't you get sick of being wrong?
Just grab your popcorn, Joe.
If it isn't my favorite crap shack, reunited at last.
Good luck and don't rage too hard.
Ugh.
What was that, Joe?
Nothing. I just got a kernel stuck near my tooth.
You mean dentures?
Same thing.
It's really not.
I didn't think you were actually getting popcorn.
It's not every day. I can see Donald flail around aimlessly like an obese fish, but when it is that day, it's a good day.
I'll drink to that.
I hope you choke on one of those Wait, you're telling me you have the throat power to even eat solid foods?
Donald, you saw me eat chips not 2 days ago. Do you think the only thing I can eat is soft peas in a can or something?
Well, it wasn't my first thought, but now that you mention it.
I've been meaning to ask you guys, do you think our wives do stuff like this?
I can see that with Michelle and Jill, but I highly doubt Melania would get along together.
Yeah, I actually think my wife hates yours, Obama. No offense.
Has she ever even interacted with Michelle?
Oh, yeah. They had an interview together for the press. And Melania told me she was a horribly annoying and displeasing woman.
Ironic coming from Melania, but are you sure this happened?
I'm 1,000% positive. Look it up on YouTube, Joe.
Give it a second. It's playing an ad.
Great, like we all wanted that.
It does have a catchy tune.
It's still playing?
Joe, that's not even an ad. You just looked up the Burger King commercial.
Oh, my bad. I misclicked.
So are you going to pull up the clip or not?
Well, hold on a minute. I'm invested now. This commercial looks kind of interesting.
You think they're going to switch up mid-commercial and advertise crack or something?
Depends if this was made in New Mexico.
Are you serious? I clicked off.
The game disagrees, Don.
This rigged game can disagree with my left nut. That's what I think of it.
We have been struggling way more than previous games. I always thought FNAF 2 was the hardest one.
It would be easier without these acid trips constantly attacking me. I'm living the life of a schizophrenic right now.
Probably the most sane security guard that has worked at this place.
Great. Now I get to deal with Big Bird.
At least you know it's coming this time.
Maybe I'll just throw her in the oven and set it to 400 degrees. That would solve my problems.
Don't listen now, but I think I hear some metal clanking coming through the vents.
And the theatrics finish off with a resounding rigging of the game once again. Hold your applause, ladies and gentlemen. And there we have it. Yep, smells like some good old FNAF 3.
Every time you fail, it's like you're coping with loss at a funeral.
I practically am. My sanity is dying, and this thing is still very much alive, unfortunately.
Isn't that the truth?
Well, the menu calls once again, Donald. It's my turn.
No, I'm keeping the mouse.
Are you sure?
Look at my face. Is this the face of a man who cheats anything in life?
Yes.
Exactly. And I'm cheating you out of a turn because I'm getting the second try. No doubt. Where even was he? Did he teleport from the Shadow Realm?
Well, I think the game is telling you to give it a rest, Don.
Yeah, it's our turn now.
The only people that want to share your prize are those who didn't earn it. I'm beating this night if it's the last thing I do. I hate you, Springtrap.
With that noise, I thought he was your secret love affair.
I might as well just put this keyboard in my rectum. Maybe that would seal event faster.
3 strikes and you're out, Don. You don't make me pull out the Biden blast again.
Just take it. I don't even care anymore.
That's a lot of anger for someone who doesn't care.
Shut up, Obama. Does it look like I care about what you say?
Actually, no, you seem pretty calm. I wonder if anybody is actually truly afraid of animatronics.
Like how people are afraid of clowns?
You must have made a lot of people scream in fear, Donald.
Which adolescent helper of yours did you hear that from?
Too hot of a topic, guys. But yes, Don, like how people are afraid of clowns.
I mean, I'd have to think so. If they made 13 million sequels off this game, then it has to have some form of prominent audience.
Funny enough, the developer of the game even said that he had nightmares about Bonnie when he was making the first game.
Talk about nightmare fuel.
Getting spooked is all right, but having nightmares? It's a felt rabbit, not Freddy Krueger.
Those robots were close to 8 feet tall, Donald. Can you blame anybody that was face to face?
Apparently someone from the comments said that they went to a Chuck E. Cheese's recently, and they didn't even have any of the animatronics anymore.
What?
You're lying, right?
Dead serious here. All they have left there are the same old carnival games and the giant TV screens. Also marijuana smoke, supposedly.
If I wanted screens and high teens, I'd just go to a Best Buy. Did they really ruin Chuck E. Cheese like that?
From what I heard, they declared bankruptcy not too long ago. Might have to tie in directly along the lines of that article.
Damn, I thought I switched that in time.
You still got this, Joe.
But was their bankruptcy really due to the animatronics? I mean, did you ever look at the prize corner? Half of their catalog was like Amazon's butt hair of products.
Remember, most people went for the games themselves, not the overall rewards.
I get that, but if I'm burning cash in a landfill just to be there, it has to be more rewarding than cornhole and some dollar store sticky hands. Baron already has sticky hands, so why do I need more?
Nostalgia plays a big... Wait, what about Baron?
Oh, come on now.
What's that I hear? You wanted your turn, you said? And would you look at that? You shared just the same fate as me. How far the mighty have fallen.
Donald sees someone struggling and immediately runs to ring the victory bell. Absolutely wild.
Let me just see how long I can stall for time.
Wow.
It's more painful to see him win than you win. Why can't life be fair anymore?
You were literally born into a billion-dollar household and you're talking about fairness.
It was $1 million household, not $1 billion.
My bad, Mr. Welfare.
I'll just stall my time. Nothing I can do now.
You could just Alt F4.
That's the loser's way of getting out of a game.
Right, because we definitely didn't do any of that during FNAF 2. Ah! What the hell just happened?
Did they just double jump scare?
Yeah, it can happen if Freddy comes down the hallway and you don't look away, to which I didn't.
Why is it always finding new ways to add total malarkey in the game? I almost jumped out of my skin.
You got plenty of skin left. You're fine. But speaking of jumping, I guess it's my turn to jump into action.
Just try to beat it by any means necessary, Barack.
Please, I just want to move on already.
Joe, before we go into FNAF 4, can you recap what's going on?
Yeah, I know most of the kids' souls and restaurants shutting down and Purple Guy, but putting it all in my head makes me want to fizzle out like a bath bomb.
I actually had plans to do a recap video that chronologically explains the events of the first 3 games.
Like stuff we missed out on?
You've been able to get most of it, but it'll be pretty much everything. There's also much more revealed later on, but I'll just be recapping how much has been revealed up to this point.
You are actually treating this like the theory of relativity, aren't you?
Like you've ever read past the first page of any science book.
Like you've ever read past the first letter of the alphabet.
I say this all the time, but Joe is an incredibly intelligent individual, Don. Granted, he is a bit delayed with some of his speech patterns, but he's just as capable as any human being.
Obama, that last part was a bold-faced lie. He moves around like a zombie from Castlevania. You're telling me that there's a fully functional man behind that skeleton?
Okay, maybe the latter not so much, but still give credit where credit is due.
That's a rocky road you're walking down. Name the last intelligent thing that Joe has done.
What about, damn, you're really putting me on spot here.
My point exactly.
Just to echo what you already know, I'm sitting right here.
Then let's hear it from the man himself, Mr. President. What have you done recently that's even the slightest bit of intelligent?
What about, damn, you are really putting us on spot here.
And it all comes full circle.
You're no better. Remember how you served athletes a fast food feast during a government shutdown? You look like a hyena with the way you smiled in that photo.
Athletes got to eat, and I was simply commending them for their proud accomplishment.
Donald, athletes, fast food. Do you see what I'm getting at here? Opposites don't attract in this case.
A little fast food never killed anybody.
Never mind. That may be the dumbest thing you've ever said.
I said a little, not a lot. Use your ears, Joe.
Well, judging by your stature, it's easy to assume you don't know rationing.
Who do you expect me to be built like, Thanos? While I do pride myself on my incredible health, you have to understand I'm not Superman, nor do I claim to be.
You definitely claim to be.
Otherwise, your rallies wouldn't be like cults. You see everyone dressed in MAGA hats cheering your name.
Welcome to American politics, Obama. Would you like an introductory class?
He's saying don't put on a whole show just for attention.
Welcome to American politics, Joe. Would you like an introductory class?
This little Muppet just loves hide and seek, huh?
Try to just reboot ventilation. Buy as much time as you can.
I doubt it'll get me anywhere, but here goes nothing.
And he already ran by. Yeah, I think we've lost yet again.
This has been quite the eye-opening experience. I assumed that you two would be a little bit lackadaisical once you heard we only had to deal with one animatronic, but it seems like I might have gotten callous too.
I don't even know half the words you just said, but we're getting manhandled by this night.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that everything will just magically fix itself and this night will be over.
Obama, stop living in a fantasy world. Miracles don't exist anymore. Oh. So is that just a common thing now, the double jump scare?
I guess so.
Well, shucks, what do we do now, Joe?
We've spent long enough on this night. Next time we come back, we are guaranteed to finish the night, no matter how long it takes.
Joe, you're too old to finish.
Shut up!
Are we a train?
Why do you say that?
Because of the loading screen.
Thomas the Tank Engine better be in fear because the world's best security guard is here.
A train conductor isn't a security guard.
Tell that one to Agent 47.
I know it's been a while since we last spoke.
Voice acting?
Something has happened at the mines I've been supervising.
I don't care.
Oh, trust me, you'll want to make time for this.
Oh?
How is a full-blown conversation happening from this?
Business. Well, there's something big on that island. Real big.
Pause.
So many friends. And even my own son are still out there.
Then what are you doing here?
If anyone can bring this thing down, it's you. It'll be the biggest attraction your city's ever seen. And you can help an old friend.
Eugene believes in us.
Meet me on the docks at sunset. I hope you're ready for a little monster hunt.
Not even 2 seconds of looking at this thing, and I can already tell his teeth are chopped.
Never thought you would say that about a train, huh?
Somebody said that when I called out Thomas's chompers.
Oh, wow.
Are we in the game? Nobody told me we were rowing off to Alcatraz.
I wonder how proper authorities have not been notified of this thing.
What are the police going to do against a monster spider train?
What are we going to do against a monster spider train?
Places to see. Simple errands, you know. Yes, sir. Welcome to Aranerum.
Oh, we're here.
Miners dig their own graves.
That's not concerning.
Charles isn't the only thing to fear around here.
Tell that to the guy with arachnophobia.
Or siderodromophobia.
Whatever that means.
Train shed at the top of the hill.
Is that where Charles is?
One of the train operators was killed early on by the beast. So his old engine should be in there.
So that's our cue then.
If we can get to it, it could be an indispensable tool on our journey.
Train-on-train combat.
Close. We don't want to be exposed for too long.
Is he smuggling a giant Tootsie Roll in his neck?
I guess we're off to... Wait,
What the-
Eugene!
This guy has some legs on him.
I was gonna say he kind of looks like you, Joe, but there's no way you'd be running this fast.
Kind of makes me wonder what's out here for him to be moving like this at whatever age he's at.
Up a hill and everything? Is this man secretly RFK?
Maybe this is in the future for all we know, and he could be having some robotic joints or bones that keep him this fit.
I think even I would struggle with this run, even during my glory days.
We're here, Eugene. Calm down. The door's locked anyways.
Oh, shucks, it's locked.
Yeah, I just said that.
Not to worry, we can still find a way in.
By breaking in?
Small shack up the path that might have a key inside. Take this map. I just marked the location on it.
Got it.
See if the key is up there, and I'll look around some more down here.
I highly doubt that, Eugene.
Is this the shed? Yeah, it seems like it is.
Eugene ran a whole triathlon and a half to get up here, but the prairie walk down the path was where he drew the line.
I'd be tired too if I ran that far.
You'd be dead.
Good on you. Looks
And
like
here
I
we go.
found it. Open up
And
that
looks like we
door
found our
and
cab.
lead the way.
Did Gru and the minions drive this thing before us? What's with this stank yellow color assaulting my eyes?
We ready to ride the banana mobile?
In a minute. Let me look around this place first. See if there's any secrets or tools we could use to fight off old Tankhead.
I don't know if we can interact with it or not, but there's sure a bunch of old lights lying around.
Call me curious for this, but how does this island have a stable source of electricity with a spider train roaming around?
Generators, satellite panels, etc.
Yeah, but that's under normal pretenses.
Smooth velvet chairs on the outside. Looks nice in a way.
Can I just jump off this? I took fall damage.
Probably going to be important to note if the devs added it to the game.
As long as there aren't a lot of stairs.
Why is your neck as thick as my thigh?
See what I'm saying?
As the world's best train conductor, I would be happy to do so.
I assume these levers control the train's movement.
What's this blueprint? Train health, speed, damage.
So all our combat is going to be from the
What's
train.
this? A gun? Oh, we got a gun?
All guns have infinite ammo?
Oh, yeah. Charles is about to feel the power of the United States.
$1 trillion budget all being spent right here.
Gun recoil could use some work, but flicking seems to be up to par.
Don's CSGO side is coming out.
Okay. What the?
Whoa.
Eugene, why did you teleport?
Well, the exterior is a little rough, but everything looks to be intact.
Not a thought behind those eyes.
That wasn't on here when I was evacuated from the island, but it sure looks fun to use.
You are not
Can
touching
line
that.
up Charles with it and take him down before he even sees us coming.
Is that
You
so?
ready to take this thing for a spin?
Eugene, can I shoot you? I'm going to shoot you.
You are a very strange individual, Donald.
I can't shoot through metal, so I guess we'll get this train rolling. Wait a minute, I need to open the door.
Yeah, baby!
Never mind then.
We're coming for you, Charles!
This creature is a Looney Tune.
He's about as excited as anybody is to fight a monster spider train.
Well, get strapped in, Eugene, because we're going to be here for a while.
He's here! To the gun!
Are we?
wow.
Come here, Charles.
Just right into the action like
Eat these
that?
bullets, you smiling
Eugene needs
freak.
to back up now.
He's hitting the train, Don.
He's not slowing down.
Back up, Eugene.
The gun overheated?
Eugene!
You ingot! Why did you not listen
Can
to
you
us?
fire the gun?
Shoot him!
He's eating him!
Shoot it
He's
already.
eating him!
The train stopped, Donald. The train stopped.
It's whatever. Charles ran off.
Okay, then.
Welp, Eugene is dead. He was a great man. Now time to move on with our life.
Donald, back up the train right now.
You're no fun.
Eugene, are you alive?
Certainly now that you're shooting at him.
We have different ways of checking to see if someone is okay.
Howdy, Eugene.
Yeah, this man is beyond dead. He's giving the face roadkill makes when it gets slammed with a Ford truck.
Why did you put the train over him?
Because it's funny. You're alive?
How? Donald shot you.
Things were supposed to end.
What, with a train above you?
Yes, sir.
You're making it worse by talking, Eugene.
You're taking too long to die. I'm leaving.
Donald.
I'm joking. Partially. A part of me is serious too.
We need to do more. Donald!
I'm trying to hurry this up.
Can't even die slowly anymore.
Okay, find the eggs. Did I finally land a shot?
Donald!
You guys have way too much remorse for this roided old man. And boy, was he roided.
Okay, but how did he live that long with that big of a hole in his chest?
He must have been one strong dog.
Full moon is out. Well, rest in pieces, Eugene. He lived as he died.
What, under a train?
I was going to say on the rail, but that works too. Where's our map? Whoa!
That is a big map. Wow.
Looks like this is going to be a bigger game than we thought.
Most of these say optional missions, though, so we don't have to complete them if we don't want to.
Yeah, but oh my goodness.
How is it this big? Are we actually on a real-scale island?
Before he got mauled down, Eugene said this was an island for miners, so there might be an oil refinery somewhere.
Yeah, but all this? I feel like I'm playing as Franklin trying to contact Trevor about a heist or something.
We got Donald talking about GTA 5 before GTA 6. Crazy.
These up here are required missions and weapons missions. Weapons missions sure sound like fun.
To shoot Eugene with?
Hey, Charles, come out here and face me like a man.
Oh boy.
I'm sliding for my annoying friend Eugene, and we're gonna put you back into the rail hangar.
Who you may have shot on several different occasions, but Charles doesn't have to know that.
Seems like we got our first mission coming up. If this is another errand boy video game, I might have to get Eugene's reboot card just to run him over again.
What did Eugene even do?
I'm not sure, but it was just not normal for a man his age to run up that hill so fast.
How's it going there, cowboy?
You must be the archivist that Eugene told us about.
Your last name is Tittle? Did Buster Baxter name you or something?
Why does he look so angry? And why does his beard look like his neck and his neck look like his beard?
Interesting character design so far.
Came to help us out of this predicament with Charles and that madman Warren.
Warren Harding? Are we in the 1920s or something?
That old train of yours will need some major upgrades if you want to take down Charles.
You gonna upgrade it for us?
There are some metal scraps in my barn that you could use to improve it.
No way.
Here's the key to the barn.
Yes way.
Just up the path, but I'll mark it on your map anyway.
Thanks, Tony Tittle. What's in your house?
Don.
Tony.
He's just staring.
Tony Tittle.
He has no problem.
Hey, Tony Tittle. Tony, what's going on here?
Not to be mean, but he kind of looks like those green pigs from Angry Birds.
Is it because of the nose?
Is that a no on your house? All right, Tony Tittle. Keep tittling away while I go to your shed.
Phrasing could use some work, but I guess you got the right spirit.
This shed has nothing in it. Oh, I didn't know Tony Tittle had multiple sheds. I guess that's what happens when you're a Tittle.
You're having way too much fun with that name, aren't you?
He sounds like a character from PJ Masks. Of course I'm going to have fun with it if it's on the ranks of Caillou.
Kind of have to agree with Donald. Bit weird of an innuendo there for Tittle to Tony.
While you guys are poking fun at a hillbilly's name, am I the only one that noticed that we're going pretty deep inland? What happens if Charles catches us on land?
Don't you worry, Tony will tittle him.
Yeah, I think it's time to stop, Donald.
All right, well, thanks, Tony. You have a really weird last name, though. I really suggest you get that changed. You never know. Some weird, immature people could make fun of that.
Yeah, why are you trying to shoot him?
As a thank you gift.
Starting to wonder who's the bigger threat, you or Charles.
Hit this lever really quickly. Obama has a good point. I don't like exposing myself out here for a long time, not without a weapon.
Even with a weapon, what are we going to do? That thing ate machine gun bullets like he was a Halo wraith. We need to be locked at the hip to this thing.
Well, we can't just cower in the corner. We got to pop him in the mouth.
Whole point of the game is to take him down anyway, so it's counterintuitive to hide.
Well, guess who just decided to join the party?
Do we have a visual on the enemy?
To be honest, I'm just shooting to shoot. And I hope he runs my fade, because I'll give him a low taper.
Donald, it gets to a point.
We should be getting other weapons soon, so that'll help bolster a better attack than spraying small bullets at him.
As Tony Tittle would implore, these scraps help upgrade our train.
Well, it seems like everything is calm now, but I'm still on the lookout for any odd-looking trains. Well, it's a good thing for Charles that we've already arrived at our next side quest.
I'm assuming getting all these quests unlocks a special ending or something.
Hey, lady, you mind if I borrow that gun?
Jean told us we'd have a newcomer soon. I suppose that would be you.
In the flesh, sweet cheeks, and I'm here to help.
Don't say anything wild, Don, or she'll shoot us.
There's some scrap metal in the balcony room of my house that you could use to repair and upgrade your train.
House date already?
And
Goodness.
Although the balcony is right behind me, I'll just mark it on your map anyway.
You just gave us a key?
Talk to anyone around here, and they'll do whatever they can to help. Anyone not wearing a mask, that is.
Wearing a mask?
Balcony and take whatever you can use. Good luck with everything.
All right, Candace, what we got to work with here?
And she's going to shoot us.
There's no way you didn't expect this.
Okay. I see you out here in that fit. I'll be waiting in your house.
I feel like that's more of a threat than we think.
Did you happen to catch the part where she says anybody on the island is willing to help us except people that are wearing a mask?
So what you're saying is we got other enemies on this island other than Charles? And Obama still says a gun would be useless?
Stop putting words in my mouth. I'm saying a gun would be useless against Charles.
We got a note on this desk?
We've been waiting as patiently as we can, but the past few days have been chaotic, to say the least. Charles has been more aggressive lately, to the point where I'm starting to fear how many of us will be left by the time help arrives. Godspeed, Eugene. We're counting on you.
This man Eugene is raspberry jam on the train tracks, and they're talking about how they're counting on him.
Be careful of that fall damage. We don't need a broken ankle.
Well, thank you, Coraline, or whatever your name is. Your service will help upgrade old Lemon Cab into a fine locomotive.
As fine as it can get, anyway.
Thank you again, Coraline. Your help is greatly appreciated.
These people got metal bodies the way they just tank bullets.
There's a whole bungaloo of missions, and not one Choo-Choo Charles.
I will say, this has been quite opposite from what I've seen of the game. I don't understand why Charles isn't as aggressive as he normally would be.
Let me upgrade the train.
Hopefully we don't take that much damage if we keep him at bay.
A part of me is not a big fan of this march. I mean, we have to go all the way out here without our train?
Keep in mind, these side missions are optional. While we don't have to, considering that everyone is handing us scrap metal to upgrade our train, it would certainly be of a huge assistance just to get it out of the way.
I'm surprised they've all been so friendly to help us. You would normally expect people to not be so trusting of strangers.
What do we got going?
Well, speaking of trusting...
Someone called Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West, got lost on a detour.
Do you guys want to join her for some mud water and slop?
I'd rather go back to jail at that rate.
Well, hello, darling.
Don't call me that. I don't consent to that name.
I'm making a fresh stew with ingredients from my very own swamp.
Like mud and mud?
Don't have any meat at the moment.
Good.
I smell a carcass on the
A carcass?
Yeah, she might be crazy.
Wait over there and bring it back for me. I'll pay you some scraps.
So the entire payment and economy on this island is scraps. Very interesting system.
This seems like a nasty setup. She smells a carcass. I'm calling baloney. I think we are the carcass.
You'll need to be wary of Barry.
What I do.
Swamp monster.
I always knew you were a lizard, Obama.
Keep an eye out for him splashing around. And don't move if he gets close to you.
No, I'm not.
As you stand still, he's as kind as a kitten.
What just happened?
We gotta dive across this lady's lake or something like that.
Are you serious? We have to hike further into Narnia? I mean, this lady clearly doesn't care about protein intake.
Nor does she care about her interior, it seems.
Tasty, yummy stew recipe. Swamp water, salt, clover, dirt, salt, meat. Any kind, human included. Heh, heh.
Not a good sign if someone is writing out laughing noises on a piece of paper.
This whole island is starting to get a bit too weird for me.
Eugene was simply the red flag that we chose not to ignore, and now we're stuck in this sinking ship of a situation. Well, put on your Speedos, because it's time to swim.
That the island over there?
I think so. Remember, there's a monster we have to worry about.
Well, my eyes aren't what they used to be, but I think I spot a fishing hole right over there.
One that's moving towards us?
Hey, Barry, I don't have any oil that you can steal, so you should go back to your wife and kids.
Something about that insult seems a bit targeted.
Seems like we're inching our way into this, huh?
This witch is just as smart as this prehistoric thing, because she could just use this as her meat.
I don't know. This could be a megalodon, depending on its size.
Depending on who he eats, he's either having a feast or a toothpick.
She smelled this across the lake?
I'm starting to think that her nose housed jail escapees if it's that big to smell this.
Now all we have to do is do that all over again.
Are you serious?
At least we got back.
This woman is barefooted.
Makes sense that she's a witch.
I know that's got to smell like a field of mildew and death.
Does she have baby feet?
Yeah, I'ma need a nose plug if this continues.
What a delicacy you found.
Thanks?
Here are those scraps I offered.
How many?
Have a safe night, little one.
Little one? You're the size of a Rottweiler and you're calling me little?
Hey now, don't assault the elderly.
She got the face of a fire pit. Everything is just crusty, dry, and chapped. Well, you have yourself a nice night, witch hunt.
That one hit a bit too close to home.
I still think it's crazy how we have to march over Central Park to just get back to our train. You think with these conditions, people would situate themselves closer to the rails.
Wouldn't it be the opposite? Nobody knew about this train or that it could be used as a weapon, so they would probably want to get away from the rails as far as they could.
All for them to request things from a stranger and pay us in rusty tin cans.
See, Obama gets it.
Are you expecting carolers this time of the night?
The audacity to be dressed like Fred Flintstone, and you're not even matching.
One day, these random NPCs will surely receive a compliment from Don.
And I'm gonna hop over your desk. How about that? Looking like you're about to put on a sleep mask. Get a hold of yourself.
He's got a drinking problem, too?
Zero self-respect.
Look, kid, I know you're supposed to be some fancy-pants monster hunter, but you can't earn my respect without making yourself useful.
Oh, boy.
You got a rack the size of a Hooters girl, and you're talking to me about respect?
I guess so.
Look in the mirror, buckaroo, and tell me who you see.
Orange goons dumped a locked chest in the yard last night. After beating on it for a few hours, I didn't break anything but a sweat.
That name keeps popping up.
Lock picks, but I don't know how to use them.
Typical.
Here, take them. If you can get that chest open, you'll earn my respect. I might just give you some scraps to help improve your train.
Well, this has certainly been a good time, hasn't it?
I can't tell who smells worse, him or the witch.
For a game about Charles, we sure have seen very little of him.
Looks like we got the Rustmeister 2000 here. Time to lockpick.
Wait, we got a lockpicking system here? That's actually pretty cool.
You have the world's best lockpicker here.
I can see that.
I wonder if Charles can attack us while we're in this lockpick animation.
You're really trying to jinx us, aren't you?
Bop! Bing! It's just too easy. And it was all for some second-grade art project.
Be happy it was that. The way the guy talked, it could have been a bomb, and then we would have...
We got your chest open, Jason Kelsey.
Well, Fancy Fingers here got the chest unlocked.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
That's an odd-looking piece of junk you found inside there. Bit of a letdown, to be frank.
Who's Frank?
You earned my respect. So here's some scraps, like I promised.
At least he held up his end of the deal.
Goodbye, random hobo, and remember to shower when you find water.
All these side missions and no action is kind of getting annoying.
Yeah, I don't understand why the game has been so docile. I think we selected the hardest difficulty we could, right?
Listen, the video may be boring, but at least we don't have to be treated like a tire greaser.
Morgan's not going to be happy about the editing there.
He should be happy that I didn't kick him out this country yet. Anyways, what do you have to say?
The monster hunter has arrived, I see.
In the flesh. And it seems like you got a monster that needs to be hunted.
This is no ordinary hunt, mind you.
I figured.
We've already tried fighting Charles, but he retreats into the wilderness if he is sufficiently harmed.
Well, that's not good.
We believe there may be a way to get Charles to commit to a mortal battle, however.
Interesting.
Dispersed around the island are 3 eggs, locked in the island's 3 primary mines.
Is that
Our
so?
theory is that putting these eggs in the temple at the center of the island will provoke Charles into a fight to the death.
Then problem solved.
Unfortunately, the mining company owner, Warren Charles III, has placed armed guards inside each mine to protect the eggs.
So that's who Warren is.
Well, no wonder everyone else dislikes him. It's because he's keeping that mutant machine alive.
There's an egg in the mine just down the rail.
Time for action.
Here's the key to the mine. I've marked the entrance on your map.
Don't worry, Helen. The world's best monster hunter is here to cause a train wreck.
You can say that again.
We're going to stop here at this weapons missions first because we need to get another firearm on us.
Don't see a downside with that.
Yo, what happened here? Did Charles already ransack the place?
That man is just standing in front of it with no issue whatsoever.
Only losers lock their door, old man. Want to explain what's going on?
I'm surprised he isn't more visually upset.
I made a little flamethrower as an addition to my spider train home defense plan, but as you can see, it has slightly backfired.
No kidding.
Nearly cooked myself alive in that shed as I was testing it. Shoot dang.
Didn't know Morgan added George Bush to the roster.
He kind of looks like he's related to Eugene.
Depending how long they were on this island for, I wouldn't doubt that.
Save the shed, though. If a flamethrower somehow still works after the fire dies down, well, you can take it.
For the train.
I assume you're the monster hunter that folks have been expecting, so a weapon like this could come in handy.
Depends if we cause a forest fire. Do we take damage from this? Yes, we do!
I think your last brain cells just went up in smoke.
He had some?
All right, there was a stairway up here. Oh, is that a water tank?
Sergeant Flint also lost his brain cells in that fire.
Flint, are we serious right now? You couldn't have done this yourself?
To be fair, those were a lot of stairs.
Of course you side with... Yeah, we're done here.
Well, at least we have the flamethrower with us.
We're done, Flint.
Here, take old bug spray. Cause of this chaos. I don't want to see it anywhere near here again. Shoot dang.
Shoot dang indeed.
We're hiding in here for now. And what's this? We got orange paint out of it.
How far of a run is it to get back to our train? Do you think we can make it?
Let me check. Our train's right there, so 80 meters. Time to sprint like the wind.
Sprint with a capital S, because you saw how fast Charles can move.
So our next stop is the required mission in the mines, right?
And may I remind you, Donald, that Helen specifically noted the presence of armed guards throughout the mine. Safe to say you need to be maximum stealth right now.
Maximum stealth, got it. I will achieve this by shooting randomly into the wind and hoping one of the bullets hits Choo-Choo Charles straight in his engine.
He's a little confused, but he's got the right spirit.
And here we are. Armed guard or no guard, the world's best security guard will still come out on top.
See, they have train tracks down here. We probably could have fit our train in somehow.
While mining the farthest tunnel, we broke through a wall into a large cavern. There's something strange here, and we don't know what it is. We're requesting that Mr. Warren visit the southern mine site at his earliest convenience to give us further instruction. Eugene, team supervisor.
So Eugene wasn't just a random hobo that got a hold of a quarter and a payphone. He actually had some semblance of what was going on in this place.
You can never tell with Eugene, quite frankly.
For all we know, that could have been a fake Eugene and the real one died 5 years ago.
They killed Eugene like I'm killing this puzzle right now.
Rip Eugene turned into fertilizer too soon.
So would he be the plant or the zombie?
All that for some green paint? I want to scream my head off right now to alert every single guard in here.
I guess stealth is a thing of the past. We should probably scream to let them know we're here.
Salutations, Huz. Would anybody be interested in running a three-man? Oh, there's a guy whistling. That's not good.
I really hope he's a good shot.
Hey, imposter guard, where are you lurking in these tunnels? You trying to get exposed by the world's best security guard?
Shouldn't we be avoiding him?
He's actually
Run,
armed?
Donald.
Did you not believe Helen?
There's a way around here?
You just mixed him.
Give me that egg! Too easy!
Is he still chasing you?
He's still chasing me. This man has some burners on his legs.
He still has his gun that he hasn't used yet. And unless you want to be some decor in this mine, you better keep pace.
This is the wrong way.
He's right there,
Pardon
Donald!
me.
Oh, that was close range!
Dang, calm down a bit. Not like you actually got shot.
Just get to the train, Donald.
No, I'm going to invite the madman out here for a tea party. Is he still chasing me?
Don't look now, but he's not so forgiving of you taking that egg.
Just wait till I get to my train, you hoodlum. These bullets can't hurt Charles, but they'll make a mess out of you.
Let's give it up for self-defense.
No way he's still running towards us, right? Wow.
Go down! Yeah, that's what I thought. And stay down.
That decision he just made was a very questionable one, to say the least.
They made masks of the train freak? What sort of cult following did we stumble upon on this island?
I guess that's what Eugene meant when he said Charles wasn't the only thing to fear.
Well, this man can fear my nuts.
Are we
Yeah,
serious
how does
right
that
now?
feel?
Donald,
All my
that's
crotch
just
space
gross.
all up in your dead body.
We used to have class on this channel.
You mean before it was made?
Next side mission is out in the middle of Nebraska. Gotta love that.
Seriously, though? Still no Charles?
I can't remember if we tested out this flamethrower yet. Oh, yeah! Let one of those masked men run up on me now. They're about to get a one-way ticket to the furnace.
Something kind of important to note here is that I saw the specs of this weapon, and it doesn't do a lot of damage.
Well, that's stupid. What's even having the point of this thing if I can't effectively commit arson?
Looks like we have 2 other gun slots, so I'm sure all of them have their advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah, like a more balanced system rather than just having one OP gun.
All I'm hearing is propaganda from the fun police.
If I complained before about the distance, I just wanted to tell the game that I'm sorry.
They really have us doing a triathlon, all to get paid in gears and screws like we're Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, if Charles catches us lacking out here, we might as well just throw ourselves into the boiler room.
That train spider is moving out here like Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl.
It's also the fact that this is a giant empty field, leaving us with little cover, very little cover, to take refuge in case all smoke. I know this lady is not hitting us with the Lego character pose.
Awful confident to be hitting that at a time like this.
You have fun with that, lady. I'm going to ransack your house now.
She seems too doped out to even notice we're here.
What is going on with that? I'm kind of scared to talk to this woman.
You know it's got to be bad if you are saying that.
We got a letter over here or something?
I love the pickles. Pickles are the love. Pickles are the life. I love the pickles. They make me feel the happiness. Pickles, pickles, pickles.
There are not enough words in the English vocabulary to express my sheer discomfort around this woman.
That's got to be a first.
Pickle, you might be the worst part about this game.
She is thirsty.
I ate the last jar of pickles I had in my house, and there's only 1 jar of pickles left on the island.
My secret jar of pickles.
Locked away inside my pickle cave.
I think I need an adult.
You are an adult.
I'm with Don on this one.
I would have gotten
If that says Pickle Key, I'm going to walk out into traffic.
That says Pickle Key.
All right. I'm back. I had to go vent my frustration. The frustration's back.
And if you can bring me my special jar of pickles, I'll give you all the scrap metal I have as a reward.
When guys say they want a crazy girlfriend, they clearly have zero idea what they would be getting themselves into.
That's the dead center of the island. Of course you would be the problem mission.
Is there anything else we missed?
Of course Charles wants to scrap once we're away from our train. Is that him right there?
You saw those lights too, Donald?
I think we all know the answer to that.
That's him!
Listen, as long as he's not coming our way, his business has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, but it looks like he's circling around us. Yeah, he's making circles around us so he can go in for the kill, like a shark.
So what's the plan? Do we just stay bogged here and lock up with Pickle Lady, or do we try to go out?
You just have no reaction, do you, Pickle Lady? Well, it's a good thing the world's best security guard is here to keep everything together.
What is the world's best security guard currently planning right now?
I'm making a dash for it. I wanted to make sure he wasn't going to follow us immediately after we left the cabin, and now it's time to put these feet to good use.
Nothing much we can do if he catches us, I guess. Just got to hope that he's off using some trees as a toothpick or something.
Well, for the most part, I think we're safe for now.
Yeah, until she's already in the pickle cave with Nike Air Maxes on. Hey, we got a new color for the crapmobile.
I hope we can mix the colors, like have a whole color scheme going on.
We got another letter? Let's see. Pickle, pickles, pick, 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 pickles. Poetry in motion.
It may even rival the likes of Shakespeare.
13 meat. Oh, I have to remark the Pickle Lady's house. What a stupid title to call yourself. Finally got this stupid lady's pickles. 400 meters?
That doesn't sound right. You didn't take that long to march over.
You're absolutely right. I marked the wrong thing. My eyes must be looking like Mermaid Man's starfish at this point.
Probably better for me not to ask what that means.
Here you go, lady. Pickles are never worth the reaction you just dished out.
I thank you so very much for bringing me my pickles. You are my pickle hero.
A pickle? What a...
Here are some scraps as a reward for your valiant pickle questing.
I'm going back to the train and I'm driving away.
I think we officially found someone that out-weirded Don.
Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Probably both.
Nope.
Whoa.
Turning back around right now.
I think it's the right call. That one sounded really close.
I hope you have an extra bed, Pickle Lady, because I might be sleeping here tonight.
This is the reason why Pickle Lady went crazy. She was pinned in this cabin with nothing but jars of pickles.
At that point, who can blame her?
I'm marking my train and making a bolt for it. We can't stay here forever. Never mind,
He's
we're
here.
staying
Get inside,
here forever.
Donald.
He's actually here.
Just wait till I get back to my train, Coal Stacks.
He would come now of
How
all
are you
times.
alive?
This music just makes everything worse.
Get out of here, Thomas. Stop torturing people with your presence.
Shoo, you stupid spider! Go eat some flies near the swamp or something!
You can only fight us when we're out of our train, but you'd get folded if we were on even terms.
I think your guys' smack talk is working. Look how he's steadily running away now.
Yeah, you see that, Pickles? And you're just gonna come back up here and hit the young Sheldon?
Oh no.
He came back!
Why is he back?
I don't know, but he's really pinning us down now.
How long are we stuck here?
What are you doing, Pickles?
Don, get back inside!
Whoa,
Can he
back
destroy
up.
this cabin?
I don't know about the cabin, but I know we're not safe outside.
Thanks, Joe. That was helpful.
How is Pickle Lady still out there? Is she in on this?
Charles was never the danger. It was always Pickle.
Why did we never notice? I mean, she has a whole cave to herself.
Look at this. And you're still standing there like a Hogwarts teacher? Charles has a pact with this lady. You can't tell me otherwise.
Can Charles go away already? It was scary at first, but now I'm just annoyed.
I'm trying to make a run for it, but I don't even know where this stupid thing is.
I think he's leaving.
And we are too. I just want to get a visual on him.
He's at the top, right there.
Okay, good. Wow, that was awful in every sense and aspect.
His movements are way too erratic to predict. I think that's what's the worst about it.
Did he snort a bag of amethyst? You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, this
We're
is
so
bad.
dead here.
You are the biggest meat eater alive, Charles.
He's going to eat us.
Get me to the train. Yeah, launch me.
How are we
Go,
still
go,
alive?
Go. Dang it!
Seems about
you
right.
shark-faced looking pipe will always be alone.
Why do you insult them personally?
To paint the positive in the negative light, at least we spawned back in the train with most of our scraps.
But now I have to watch Obama play because Charles has a thing for the Pickle Lady and attacked us instead.
After that whole fiasco, I'm not really sure I want to do these side missions unless they're really close. Marching across a marsh just to get mauled isn't a hyperbole that I want to experience.
I'm game as long as we find another way to get these scraps. Charles may have the edge over us in fist-to-fist combat, and we don't need him to get the advantage in a train fight, too.
With all this crazy stuff going on, I wonder what a peasant from the Middle Ages would think if you put them in front of this computer.
He'd probably call us warlocks and have the whole town burn us at the stake.
Got a sailor man here.
The others actually convinced someone to come help us.
Eugene threatened me with his breath.
But I simply cannot stay any longer. This island is too much for my nerves to handle.
This guy must have seen everything.
All my belongings here, so I can leave immediately when a boat arrives.
Could all of them just do this? Why didn't they just take the chance and try to leave the island? What is here for them?
You have to remember, not everyone has a train geared up with multiple guns to defend themselves with if Charles gets a hold of them.
Sounds like an excuse.
I think about it. I did forget my journal at home. Could you bring it to me?
Are we serious?
This journey for sure, but you might manage with that train of yours. I'll give you all the scrap metal I have.
If it's too far, I'm saying no. No.
Trying to make us cross half of Nevada in exchange for some lug nuts. The nerve of some of these people.
So we're all in agreement to just cut the fluff and go directly to the required missions and weapons missions, right?
As long as we're certain we can handle Charles, then I don't see a problem. Mind you, Helen said something about a mortal battle, so I'm assuming we have a boss fight in store for this game.
Thanks, Eugene, and everyone else for somehow being at fault for this because I have nobody else to blame.
What about Tony Tittle?
Especially Tony Tittle.
All right, which one is this one? The weapons mission. We're about to have a full loadout before we even cross Charles for a fight.
Paul asked me to design a new weapon to help you hunt Charles. And using my extensive demolitions experience, I made this rocket launcher.
Who's Paul?
Okay, I'm getting kind of annoyed from all this NPC dialogue. Just give me the stuff I need.
I'm still trying to figure out who Paul is.
Is this another go fetch mission? Of course.
This one's at least worth it because we get a whole rocket launcher from it.
Thanks, John Tron, for handing Obama more explosives, like we needed that.
This one here is the required mission, so let's just see what we're working with.
Why is he shirtless?
I'm sure Eugene told you all about me, so I need not introduce myself.
Sure.
All of a sudden, him being shirtless is the least of my worries.
Name's Greg, by the way. In case you haven't heard already, Warren, the mine boss, is keeping 3 monster eggs locked away.
I've about had it with these tweakers.
It's like the more and more we play, the worse and worse it becomes.
We're unsure why he wants to protect the eggs. If they hatch, they would surely turn into monstrous creatures like Charles.
Spit going everywhere.
We need you to steal all 3 and use them to bait Charles so we can destroy him.
I get it.
One of the eggs is in the north mine. Here's the key to the entrance.
Get me out of here. We're jumping off the building.
Okay, I don't know if it was that serious.
Joe, that man's head looked like he had courtside seats at a tennis match. We were standing still.
Look at the bright side. At least we have a supply drop from courtesy of this thing.
You know, if Greg and Pickle had a baby, I'm confident he would be the Joker.
Family tree looking like a whole plague virus.
So we take the dynamite and then do what with it?
I don't know because you skipped it, Barack.
Listen, you got to admit that it gets pretty old to hear everyone read off a Quora post and then expect you to do something.
So we go in this room with the dynamite?
No, we do
Yeah,
not!
get away from that one.
That's the last time I skip weapons dialogue.
I mean, we knew we were handling explosives, just not this soon. In fact, why don't they use this against Charles?
I'm not sure how they would get Charles to stand still for the dynamite to actually work.
We're dropping a cart through the door. Are we sure we're at the right place? What the?
Obama, that was an explosive! We just stood there like a deer in the headlights.
Well, we're alive, so that's all that really matters.
I'm sure the eye that we lost in the debris will grow back like a starfish or something.
I'm done with your grunt work, John.
The launcher is in complete working order, so I'll let you go and take good care of it. After you're done, I have a few people to visit with it if you catch my drift.
What is wrong with these people on this island?
Starting to think that everyone here snorted scrap metal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Let's just test out the new weapon.
Oh, wow. Looks like this can do a lot of damage. I really want to thank you, John. How are you alive?
People on this island got the strength of Superman and the mind of a schizo patient, and yet we're still afraid of a Mario boss.
Quite the interesting group of people we've encountered on this island so far.
We got a guy with the name of a kid's show, a pickle-obsessed lady, and Greg.
Speaking of. Oh, come on, how did I miss that?
And out of that whole roster I just listed, somehow, Greg is the worst one.
Wait, can we do damage to ourselves if we shoot the rocket too close?
You're showing a lot of Donald qualities, Barack.
I didn't even mention old Witch Hunt. Did Eugene just do his best to gather every single odd person he could find?
What a roster of characters. I'm not even mad. I think it's impressive that Eugene found this many oddballs.
He had to visit a white castle or something.
Birds of the feather flock together, I guess.
And we should all flock on this train and get out of here.
So far, it's been nothing but hot smoke. We haven't fought Charles since the beginning of the game with Eugene.
So he wants to fight now,
Joe,
huh?
I think you're starting to do this on purpose.
I'm bored too, Donald.
Why is the flamethrower already
Get
out?
the other gun!
Switch the gun!
Now this is more like it.
I have no problems with this.
Deal the
We're
blow.
on even terms now, Charles. You're not gonna bully me out of this.
Show him what the world's best monster hunter has taught you, Obama.
Now that everything is fair and square, look at how he's falling behind.
I thought you were this big, bad monster train. What happened?
He was doing all this big talk on social media about how we weren't the best, the very best. And look what it's costing him.
I can do this all day, Charles. Have you seen my cardio routine? I'm the stamina man. And don't think I'm gonna let this one slide.
We love to see Barack getting in on the smack talk as well.
I gotta repair the train. This thing just doesn't know when to quit.
Outclassed in every way, and he's still trying to impress the Huz.
He's got that train in him.
Yeah, you don't like that, huh? Remember who owns you.
Just like Helen said, as soon as he starts taking damage, he runs away with his tail in between his legs.
The only thing big and bad about this train is his unbrushed teeth. That's the worst thing about him.
Don't look now, guys, but after all that fighting and squabbling, we made it right in front of our destination.
After this, we got one more weapons mission and another egg to collect, and then we throw down the gauntlet against Poo-Poo Charles.
It probably wouldn't be as simple as that. I'm assuming each egg that we have to get will be more and more difficult, and the final battle would be like a bloodborne boss.
You're just saying all the right trigger words to spring the world's best security guard. The very best.
They have guards walking outside the mine now? Looks like we're going to have to take the long way around.
Nice heads-up thinking. While we can shoot them down if they make their way back to our train, we want to avoid that if all possible in case Charles decides to make another reappearance.
You're lucky that we're in a good mood. Otherwise, you would have became fertilizer just like Eugene did.
I wouldn't put a cave in past this place, too. Just the thought gives me PTSD to the dynamite sequence.
If anything, John Tron is to blame for his lack of information. Just because we skipped his dialogue doesn't mean we deserve to pay the price.
This looks like some seriously toxic water. Now that I think of it, let me mark our train in case we have guards chasing after us.
We're about as silent as a Super Bowl stadium, so it's a likely outcome.
Now this is where things get dicey. Just got to find out where the guards are.
Oh, what luck!
You gotta make moves, Barack. There's no other way to go.
Move! Move! Ah!
These guards are better shots than half the stormtroopers.
I'm sprinting through this tunnel right now. Where is this egg?
Obama, this is a dead end.
Watch this juke! Ankles
You
in
put
the
that
dirt!
man in a cast.
How long is this tunnel? It just feels like it goes on forever.
The egg's blocked. How do I get
That
around?
looks like a dead end!
The lever! Pull the lever!
The door's opening, Obama.
Get through! Move!
Now get out of there!
Remember, there was another guard wandering around here, so be careful.
I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm just thinking of getting out.
Very dumb question, but is he still behind us?
This is a dead end? You're lying.
There's a lever,
Pull
Barack!
the lever!
I'm trying. It has Gorilla Glue on it.
Well, you better hurry up because he's still doing his voodoo chants behind our heels.
Y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but I'm going back in here to get this color.
Doesn't matter to me. I don't think the guard is chasing us anymore.
I'm getting sick of all the chalk and crayon colors we have anything. I'm trying to get something that looks a bit more slick, not the Care Bears colors. I just heard Obama pluck his vocals like a guitar string, all for some ocean blue.
Doesn't matter. We got the color and we got the egg.
Don't forget about the guard at the front of the post.
They're probably stacking near the barracks like it's Black Ops 6.
We got half the arsenal of Swaziland on the back of our train. If anything, they do it to themselves if they're going to follow us.
Yeah, but... Well, I guess some things are just unavoidable.
I have a rocket launcher on here. You sure you want to do this?
He wants to stick his nose in the horse crap. Let him smell the roses.
Where you at, buddy? I don't want to talk about that miss.
He's right there.
He was right there. Okay, that's enough. We got a mutant spider train to kill.
Something about that is just satisfying to say.
Well, 2 guards that we turned into Swiss cheese and ground mulch. How are we feeling?
It's like watching a squirrel stand in the road and get hit. I mean, yeah, you feel sorry for it, but how stupid were they to see the big moving object and just sit there on a lazy boy?
Ah, yes, I love minimalizing humans to wildlife.
This is our next required mission right here.
Please don't be crazy.
Municipal building. Seems like they were pretty organized and civilized on this island until Charles came about.
How organized can you stay when you have a devil-may-cry mob chasing after you?
Depends if you're Dante.
Hello, stranger.
You're the archivist my father told me about.
This guy's a Chad. Look at his jaw.
Although, I'm disappointed to see that he chose to stay on the mainland rather than return with you.
Yeah, about that.
You ever see The Mist, Paul?
Not to say that your help isn't appreciated, but we could have used his aid as well.
He needs aid of his
I
own.
haven't already heard from the others. The mine boss, Warren, is protecting dangerous monster eggs that could lead to catastrophe. While our main plan is to summon Charles into a duel and fight him to the death, we've devised a perfect trap as a precaution that may help defeat him.
Tell me more.
Attach these remote explosives to each of the support pillars.
Never
on the
mind.
bridge out there. Then meet me back here.
I got a bone to pick with all the people here.
You and me both.
Listen, I understand that you don't want to be doing your business when you got creatures from the crypt roaming around, but how come it's my responsibility to do it instead of yours?
The required mission makes total sense. Not wanting to risk your life going into a mine isn't something anyone wants to do. However, a pickle jar?
I think it's stupid either way. You expect me to wade over with a hungry crocodile in the water, all because you want some meat stew?
Something tells me you're still upset at that witch lady.
She didn't even have the audacity to put on shoes. I was wondering if I was smelling the dead fish or her feet.
This guy really just trusted me with remote explosives.
We're not in the 1800s, lady. You can put on a pair of jeans and some Adidas.
You've seen how crazy everyone is on this island. Paul seems to be the most sane person we've talked to, and he just handed us bombs without any hesitation.
Well, he's still related to Eugene, so I'm not sure if we can really say he's sane. Maybe he just does a better job at hiding it.
Paul, we planted everything on the bridge. Now do we wait for a passenger train to pass?
Typical Obama.
So what now, Paul?
That's the tallest and weakest bridge on the island. So if Charles ever crosses it, we can blow him sky high.
I understand it now.
To detonate the charges, but it's still up to you to summon and fight him.
I see.
Take this. It's the key to the temple.
Temple?
Once you think you're prepared enough, you can break in and fight the battle of a lifetime.
You didn't answer what the... All right, I guess we don't need legs.
This guy's talking about a temple when we still haven't even done the third mine yet.
The temple is probably the final battle where, after the mines, we clash to see who comes out on top.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. No need to fear because the world's best security guard is here.
I'm going to get our final weapon. Charles seemed a lot stronger the last time we fought him, so we need all the ammo we can get.
Insulting this person is just low-hanging fruit, even for me.
I don't think this is an insult, but fix your posture, lady.
She looks like she hates us.
So, the fabled hunter has finally arrived.
I've been here.
You know, my late husband built a gun to help fight Charles, but Warren's goons stole the barrels and took him up to their camp. Bob was such a brave man. Much braver than you, I bet.
Obama?
What?
Did she just say what I think she said?
I think she did, Donald. I think she did.
I see. I could end everything about this lady, but I'm in a good mood, so I'll let this one slide. All right, Gertrude. Gertrude. What else do you have to say?
If you take what I have left of the gun and steal back those other parts, you can put it back together to use against Charles.
Yes, we
Do
can.
me one favor, will you? If you do end up using it, name it Bob in memory of my honey.
No. In fact, I'm naming it Charles in memory of the thing that killed him.
You know what? After the stunt she just pulled, that's a reasonable crash out. Can't even be mad at you.
She was lucky I was in a good mood, otherwise she would have been with Bob right now.
Ooh, we got black now? I'm going to change that as soon as we get back to the train.
Finally, something that's not on the color wheel. Black is a great color, the very best.
Now we can die to Charles in style.
What's up?
Archivist, in all your radiant glory.
What happened to the background noise? Why is it so quiet right now?
Either this guy has a Home Depot roof or he controls the weather at will.
Paul entrusted me with a key to one of the mines containing an egg. But before I give it to you, I have to warn you about something.
This guy kind of looks like Donald Glover if he was bald.
There's an ancient shrine on the island, a pyramid of sorts, with a curious prism located at the top.
That temple?
The prism seems to have been designed for one purpose, to destroy monster eggs.
3
slots are carved into the prism, which perfectly fit the eggs. When fully loaded, a massive beam of energy is emitted.
Like a spirit bomb.
Drawn from the eggs themselves. The mutineers hope this event will lure Charles to a mortal fight as he comes in defense of the eggs.
We know that.
No warning. Charles has the ability to absorb energy from the burst, strengthening and enraging him.
We did not know that.
We saw it once before, and he may become even more dangerous this time.
Lovely.
However, it's not my place to oppose, despite the danger. So, here's the mine key.
Great.
Once you have retrieved all just be able to end this hell.
Well, you heard the man. Looks like we're in for a rough battle ahead.
I'm not concerned that much. This thing is all bark and no bite. The only thing he has as an advantage is size.
He literally picked you up from the ground and ate you like a Twix bar. But short-term memory loss is common once you age.
Oh, please. You put this thing up with the likes of Springtrap and he would fold like a piece of cardboard.
So we have a domino effect going on. First, we're going to get the final weapon for the weapons mission. Next, we're going to go spelunking in the mine to retrieve that last egg. And then finally, after we're all armored up and ready to fight, we take down Charles.
Sounds like a plan as long as we don't have any unexpected turns that show up in the railroad.
Keep in mind the last mine was harder than the first, so it's likely that this one will be the hardest of them all.
Nonsense. With the world's best security guard, we lose about as much as the Kansas City Chiefs.
Just saw a little supply chest back there. We could use all the scraps we can afford if we're going to take down Charles.
Do we plan on doing a couple more side missions before that, or are we just going to give him a fight he'll remember?
I say lay it on him. Whether he gets bank eye or not, I'm going to show him why you don't mess with the best there ever was.
Yeah, but we don't want to keep failing and failing if he happens to be too powerful for us.
I say we meet in the middle. We'll try a few times and see if we can scrape by, but if not, we'll reroute to some other side missions and complete those first.
Why is the music getting more intense? Is Charles here?
He probably would have attacked if he was, and that sounds like a good plan, Barack.
Fine, but the moment we have to act as a carrier pigeon is the moment that Charles is snacking on an extra dinner.
I'm not even in the hideout. Why are you coming to fight me?
Why are you upset? They just want to give you some target practice.
Well, I hope they like their chicken extra crispy.
Barack, they're shooting and damaging the train.
I noticed. They're going to pay for that.
These have got to be the dumbest henchmen ever. Watching your comrades burn into a charred rock and then still trying to give us problems.
He's more accurate right now than this gun, and he has an entire shotgun in his inventory. Die already!
You know, I think it's still up there that we can do side missions to get back some of that scrap.
Joe, I hear you, but I really agree with Donald on this one. It gets very annoying acting as an errand boy for these people while a bloodthirsty nightmare is crawling after us.
It wouldn't even be that bad if we got some actual compensation, but everyone wants to pay us in spare trinkets. I'm trying to kill the monster. You should be giving me all the scrap metal you have just 'cause of that.
Well, you would think so, but on an island where people did nothing but work in a mine, people are oddly lazy.
Eugene must have been feeding them with chicken made from the cobwebs.
I'm glad we're all blaming this on Eugene. It would have been a lot easier to get all of this done if he kept his hands and feet in the ride at all times.
I've been looking for this ammo for about an hour now. Did they hide it in the mine too?
Gertrude, this is all your fault.
Here's a key. Now we just got to find whatever locked room they're hiding this ammo in and we'll be set.
Jump cut incoming.
What?
Goodness, that took way too long for comfort.
Only took searching the royal palace of the swamp to find where they were hiding it.
So now that we have all 4 weapons, the next thing on the list is to get the last egg from the mine and then go in for the fight.
Charles is going to look like a broiled rat once we get a hold of him.
That would be a glow-up for him.
The mine seems a bit too far away from the train.
I could have pulled up to the other side, but I really thought that would just be pointless.
They had to make the mine far away, so the world's best monster hunter couldn't catch them while they were sleeping.
I don't think that was... Are we at the right place? Okay, we are. This just looked eerily similar to some worshipping grounds.
I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, did you see the masks they have on? It's like they're making this whole identity around a literal killing machine.
Uh-huh.
This could be the hardest mine yet, huh? We got to be extra careful at that rate.
Well, so much for being extra careful.
Shut up. Watch this juke. Get mixed.
There's 2 of them here?
And they're both scoped at us.
Is this another dead end? Come on, move!
Out the way! He's still landing shots?
I think we go through this door. How is he hitting all these?
Looks like my assumption was correct. This is going to be the hardest mine to get through.
You're telling me? How is there another guard?
There's a lift ahead. Get down there now, Obama.
Here it is.
He's right behind us.
Get a life, you ogre.
He finally missed a shot.
You're lucky we're not at our train right now, or you'd be put on a t-shirt.
Whatever that means.
Goodness, how long until we can get the egg?
Hopefully soon.
You've got to be kidding me. Again?
Hide on that post and swerve.
Get burnt. Where's the egg?
Hit
Please,
this turn.
Be down here.
It has to be.
It's a dead end.
Tackle him and take his gun.
Move out the way. Ah, I'm dead.
You did your best. Can't really complain about that.
Roulette of President says you go next, Joe.
Aw, dang, I died.
You just refuse to play on camera anymore.
You're back in the driver's seat, Donald. Don't disappoint all your loyal fans watching at home.
The world's best security guard can never disappoint. And slipping past these guards will be as easy as force-feeding a pig some bacon.
Depends if we're talking about a farm animal or a Golden Corral enjoyer.
Do you guys have nothing better to do than just camp those posts? Find something to do.
We got those elephant feet,
It's like the only thing they do is sit in the corner and hold that handle like it's a Wii remote.
And they're not playing geese season, so you better duck and get out.
Are you sure I can't invite them over for a slumber party? Stop shooting me. I'm only trespassing to steal your property.
Yeah, now they'll certainly stop shooting.
This is the part where you died, Obama, so we got to be careful. Very careful.
I don't think he should be able to see you through the boards, but I could be mistaken.
Just wait for his path to loop around.
Here he is. He took so long that I added steak and lobster to my cart.
Huh. I thought he would come down here.
Donald, what are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
Trying to get us killed?
Sneaking past him, you dingus.
Look, there's the egg.
Come on, is the game in cahoots with Donald now?
I went the wrong way!
Donald's dead too!
Run straight!
They're putting bullets in me, Joe!
The elevator's right there. Pull the lever.
Get away from me, you masked maniac!
I don't think he can shoot you from there.
And now we got to deal with the spider sergeant.
How far are we away from our train? We need to get there now.
You're asking me like I flossed my teeth with the map, Obama. I don't know.
Well, check it.
Why didn't you get in the shelter?
Uh-oh, he's
We're
here!
actually dead.
He's right here?
Are you serious? Charles, you're such a loser for spawn camping. I hate you so much.
We really got caught lacking like that.
And now I have to start the mine over. You dirt thug train, Charles.
We got an achievement, so maybe we don't have to.
You serious? Please.
No way.
Yes, haha.
Charles tried to make a play, but it seems like he was just a second too late.
There's no way we were able to finesse that last egg. I thought we were dead to rights.
Charles isn't going to stop me from carving him up like a pumpkin.
Who's in the mood for some train stew?
Guess what time it is, Charles? Pull back that face meat, because I'm going to eat you like a cannibal.
Whoa! I feel like a trip to Applebee's could have done the trick if you're hungry.
Ironically, comparing apples to apples at that rate.
There's guards up here. I'm just booking for the door. Try to shoot me now, suckers.
No way we just got in that easily. Of all things, this is the place they guard the least.
Guess they really didn't see anything happening here.
Look at this. All 3 eggs that I collected with blood, sweat, and tears. And now it's going to come down to this.
Is this a cutscene or can you control this?
No, I can't do anything right now.
He's got it under control then.
I'll say this. He could be going a lot faster. We could get shot any moment. What are we dilly-dallying around for?
Right, like have some urgency.
What are you doing? Place the egg before something happens. Oh, we're stupid!
Warren, the guy running the mine.
What you're doing, just put the egg down slowly and lay flat.
That doesn't sound threatening.
You'll hurt far too many people if you follow through with whatever you're planning.
I don't care. Oh, let's go.
We no scoping this? Oh!
Boom!
This is why we should have just hurried up with it.
No! You fool!
This is your fault.
We did what?
How? Well, look what
He
the
can
cat
absorb
dragged
power,
in.
Don. Did you forget?
He's gonna eat them?
Oh, ew.
He's sitting on them. What freak show did this game turn
He's
into?
growing like a beanstalk right now.
Are we just going to sit here and watch this happen? Run back to our train.
We're thinking like the clanging cymbal monkey. Yeah, now you run, you dope.
How has Charles not killed us yet?
He's playing with his food.
Not anymore because there goes Warren.
Oh my...
He's slurping him like a spaghetti noodle. And we're still not at our train? Do we want to get made into chow lo mein?
You better be ready for battle as much as you say you are because he's coming in with a vengeance.
Stop it, Charles. Yeah, slow your roll, buddy. Your wannabe Super Saiyan has nothing against the world's best security guard.
Look at how fast he is.
Crawling like he's got a wedgie in his pants. Come on, where's the battle, Poo-Poo Charles? You're supposed to be the big bad train, and I'm conducting a symphony on you.
Stop talking trash, Donald.
I'm fat-fingering the
Things can change at
keyboard.
any moment.
Remember to repair the train every now and then. We can't have him
I'm doing
completely
it now.
immobilizing us.
You got to be faster on the draw, Donald. Just calm down and keep focused on the fight.
I'm trying to, but this game isn't reacting. I'm pressing E and nothing's happening.
He's powering up.
He just disappeared.
Hey, slow down. You aren't getting the drop on me anymore.
What's happening?
He's powering up more, Donald. Be prepared.
Come at me, Train Vaughn. You don't scare me that easily.
Keep laying down the damage, Donald.
He teleported again.
Flamethrower and repair the train.
Good job of staying on top of everything.
He's on the shed. What is he doing?
He's giving us a quick breather, I guess.
Is he? Whoa!
Never mind.
You needed a break from the knuckle sandwiches that I was smacking you with?
He can't take the heat.
Take this! Boom! That one was from Big Justice.
Are we really talking about brain rot at a time like this?
He keeps teleporting because he keeps getting served. Come on, Charles. I thought you were all powered up.
Are we really talking about brain rot at a time like this?
Let go of the gun. I'm hitting the keys and they're not reacting.
Now is not the time to be playing whack-a-mole with your keyboard. I told you to focus.
I am. Now what, Ultra Instinct?
He's gonna teleport, Don. Be ready.
I'm gonna repair the train and switch to the flamethrower.
You only have 4 scraps left, Donald. You gotta be super careful with taking damage.
We gotta start using the rocket launcher. Boom! How did I miss?
He's getting faster, Donald. Stop worrying about missing and just keep at it.
He's doing more damage too.
Ride or die time.
Exactly. And I don't want to go down to a mall decoration.
You think you can just bully me, Charles? Who do you think you're going against?
He doesn't know he's fighting the world's best train conductor.
Why are you teleporting? Where are you at, Charles? Come fight me like a man.
He's coming all right.
You're the big bad train that's been killing everybody. How about you act like it? Take this rocket launcher.
Did you land that?
He's almost dead, Donald.
This isn't going to make sense, but I'm pausing a couple times so I know the buttons react. There we go. Boom.
You just did damage to us, Donald.
We're out of scraps. That means we need to take Charles down now before he finishes us off.
He's got a pep to his step, so you better do it now, Donald.
I don't care how fast you've gotten, Charles. You'll never be as good as the world's best security guard.
He's almost done. Put the nail in the coffin.
He's damaging the train, Donald.
Slow down, buddy. Not on my watch.
Keep pushing. The end is on the horizon.
Boom! Where's Bob at? Let's use Bob.
This has got to be his final level up. Enough is enough.
He's fast as
Never
ever.
mind. Bob's trash.
He's right on our heels, Don. You got to finish
That
him off now.
flamethrower isn't slowing him down at all.
This is the last straw, Charles. The game's trying to rig it in your favor, but
He's right on us.
We're taking too much damage.
This is for Eugene, Charles. You're done.
Why is he not dead
We're gonna
yet?
die.
He's going to kill
You're
us.
dead, Charles. Wait, I can't shoot the gun.
How is he not dead after all this time?
Relax. It looks like a cutscene.
Wait, I think this is the bridge.
Let's go, Paul. You came through. Get dumped, Charles.
I think he's dodging the explosions.
He's not dodging that one, though.
How do you like dem apples? You know you're cooked.
And there he falls to his death.
Are we sure he can't survive that?
There's no way.
Whoa!
Wow! Straight to the face.
Now you know he's dead. And that's what you get for messing with the world's best security guard.
Rest well, Eugene. We saved the island from Charles.
Wow. And just like that, that's the end of the game. What a ride that was.
Ladies and gentlemen, take a good look at how this thing ended up. That's what happens when you go against the world's best security guard.
In the scrap heap where he belongs.
What's this?
Is this the graveyard where we stuck Charles to rot?
If that's what I think it is, we're in big trouble.
There's no way they forgot an egg.
Charles really is trying to leave his son to avenge him. I don't care. Bring it on, you tarantula train.
Do you not remember how much trouble he just caused us?
So he just left his whole ancestry down here? We better get to digging now before we're cooked.
There's no way we're not cooked. Look at how many there are.
Yeah, we're in big trouble. It's like looking at a field of fireflies that are about to shoot lasers at you.
Fetch me the flamethrower. I'll take care of this.
And that's how the game ends. Wow.
That was peak. I'm surprised I had as much fun as I did with it.
Charles needs to lay low for a while if he knows what's good for him.
You know, playing this game reminded me of another game with a spider in it.
It's been 2 years, Joe. Let the spider jokes go.
Yeah, we're definitely bringing those to 2025. So we have a crank now. But we've pretty much explored every nook and cranny this place has to offer. Do you have any ideas where I can take this, Don?
Remember that one place outside with all the neon lights? As if Harrison Ford had a surrogate and named it the 80s?
The one place we couldn't enter, Brock, outside near our utility van.
Oh, that place, yeah. I remember now. Donald thought we teleported to Japan.
I just don't like having a seizure looking at neon lights. Nothing wrong with preserving my health. Well, and don't make a damn fast food joke.
How much of a joke can I make when you have a Red Lobster biscuit in your hand?
Oh, what? Now you print your meat sack all over Red Lobster now? Their biscuits are the best, the very best.
How many did you order?
Okay, now you can make a joke.
Well, you think they could make it a bit less obvious.
Who the hell set this up anyways? Oscar the Grouch?
This is flooded with Sesame Street branding.
Secret entrance, huh? We'll just see about that.
There we go.
That's not good.
Maybe you shouldn't have stood over the damn cover, Gordon.
At least we're alive.
Well, no getting back up that way.
Gordon is awfully calm about this entire thing.
Oh, is this a sewer?
Someone call the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I'm about to shred this cumsock alive.
Shut up, Don. We have another cutscene.
Oh, it's you.
Oh my, you seem to be stranded in the basement.
How do I get out of here, Ricky?
Oh, haven't a clue. Never come down here myself. What's got your overalls in a knot?
Interesting.
Trying to get to the roof.
The roof? What's so interesting about the roof?
I have to fix the antenna, Threadhead.
Shut up, Don.
Intriguingly musty. Unrelated, how do you feel about blunt force head trauma?
I remember this part.
Well, Ray, of course.
Who the hell is Ray?
He's explaining that. Just shut the hell up.
But he's a little obsessed with,
all of you puppets crazy?
Well,
They're sentient puppets. You think they have a moral compass?
Before the shutdown, that's why they moved him down here. Only way out is by elevator, and he can't figure out how to use the buttons.
Elevator. Got it.
Oh, silly me. I forgot about the elevators. Really, Gordon, I wouldn't bother. The
How else would
cables
we
are
get out?
probably rusted. I don't think they even run anymore.
I'll take my chances.
Wow, you're so courageous and stuff. Look, I gotta go wash my hair.
Can we kill this thing yet?
Let me swing the wrench like a baboon. Well, boy, howdy, it didn't do anything.
We got some magazines, though. That's always good.
So let's check out this place really quick. Let me see if there's anything I can rummage through. Possibly get some more supplies.
You'll do that by destroying a cardboard cutout?
I would have done it just because I hate that Squidward-looking thing.
I think this is another newspaper. About a war this time.
Nothing screams the 70s more than pointless wars.
After 20 years of fighting, the city government has finally declared a complete withdrawal of troops from the northern continent.
This article dates back to 1972. I wonder if this is referencing the Vietnam War.
What city government is having a war for 20 years? What, the war on stolen bicycles?
Called the War of Horrors, the conflict, which mainly involved guerrilla confrontations in the rainforest, resulted in almost 100,000 casualties.
Man, those bicycles can sure put up a fight.
Hardy har har, real side splitter.
Unlike previous homecomings, veterans returning to the city's main docks were booed and hissed, reflecting the negative attitude of many adults towards those who volunteered to serve in the war, hoping to protect their home, but in the eyes of the public, helping to perpetrate those horrors.
Lousy, do-nothing Democrats. Our men go and fight for our country, and this is what you treat them with? Next time we get invaded, I'm pushing them out to fight.
This is a fake scenario, Don.
The Northern War has also been called the first war fought in the living room, due to the televised newsreels that kept civilians at home up to date with events overseas. Sounds like the spitting image of Vietnam.
If this is overseas, why the hell does the city government have any say?
Don, we are getting attacked by the entire Muppet Show. Stop pretending that we need to have a congruent reality. Well, there's that.
I'm still lost on how the hell this place was approved for operations if we had a New York subway system down here.
They'll most likely reveal the story bit by bit.
I don't like this darkness.
Beat it with your wrench.
Well, that was effective.
You scared that dark shadow to hell and back, though.
I'm just trying to make sure that I don't miss anything. And ammo is important, considering how much the puppets can just tank it.
By the way, after this segment that we're playing now, I have zero clue what's going to happen. Think of it as a teaser to the game versus the actual thing. All of this from here on out is complete blindness.
Great, and they're down here too.
They'll be everywhere from here on out.
Joe, you need to find games that don't deal with kids' toys. If I play another damn game with a stuffed animal chasing us, I might just sue Mattel for existing.
Funny enough, I was going to suggest that you guys choose the next game after this.
I'm all game.
I have just the thing, too. It'll scare Joe stiff as a dead bug.
Realistically, I've probably already played it.
Did you actually do anything as the VP?
Yeah, I played horror games.
Wait, is that a shotgun?
Hell yeah, it is. Finally, we're talking my kind of lingo.
The Novelist is what it's called.
That's what the shells were from earlier. They were alluding to another weapon.
Joe, I cannot tell you how excited I am to plow through these puppets like a cornfield.
Huh, another letter.
I was hanging around the office last night to keep the pipes from freezing, so I had the time to work out the kinks on my latest project. The output is pretty flashy, but it uses up a lot of letters, so I'll need to conserve ammo. Hank.
Hank is great. Hank was in the know. He knew about the issues coming around, very well knew, and he set us up for a victory lap.
He knew the world's best security guard was going to get assaulted by a bear in the big blue house.
I'm just happy we have some serious firepower to our name now.
And that door's locked. Well, as Gordon says, let's get writing. Thankfully, these puppets aren't as smart as FNAF characters.
Yeah, but there's Is she throwing up some damn gang signs?
I'm just wondering what her chiropractor bill looks like. Of course, the door's locked.
Don't cause a scene. The wrench is only so good, and we're trying to conserve ammo.
I ticked her off anyways. Did the other guy get triggered? No.
They run faster than you think they can.
Now I'm just shotgunning her out of spite. Cool, they're one-shots too.
Yeah, but we have no ammo for it.
I forgot we had inventory. Let me see if we have enough space. Oh, we have duct tape.
Are you also doing this out of spite?
Yep. I just got my anus breached by a nose the size of Stonehenge. Life really can humble you in the worst ways. This is a fat rat I'm looking at here.
How big is this place? There is no way in bloody hell that we have another giant cornucopia to explore.
I'm not sure if we needed another Poppy Playtime experience.
I think I sound like a broken record asking this again, but why is there such a theme with public spaces and underground labyrinths?
And I keep telling you that it's such a specific question that I have zero real knowledge about it, especially since the game just came out.
This is the only thing you're good at. What else are you going to do? Properly run the country?
It's not.
Don't answer that because... That has nothing to do with us. Let's just get going.
That took me by surprise. I don't remember that being in the demo.
So is there anything that we should expect from this game? Possibly any insider knowledge you have?
You have to know something of value.
Ah! Oh, I'm making sure this thing is not getting up. Well, that's all about I can do.
So, no ifs, ands, or buts. We have to enter that facility.
I knew this wasn't just a damn shadow.
Just spam click right on the door.
Okay, we're good.
So, to help answer your bickering from earlier, Don, what I can say is that this game seems more realistic. It might be in part with the maps, but when you apply the overall size of the area to actual floor plans, you can see how the comparison is more realistic compared to Poppy Playtime.
All right. Also, we're just going right in?
I don't see any heal stations back anywhere else. Also, if I take another hit, I'm royally screwed.
And of course, we only have more of them to deal with.
I wanted to conserve ammo, but I'm not taking any chances right now.
Remember, the typewriter magazines are very common to find, so don't be too afraid to start using some. Especially in situations like this, prioritize health over ammo.
If we're talking about what else this game nails, I like how it's horror mixed with run and gun. Rarely, if ever, do we have the chance to fight back.
For once, I agree with you, Obama. Nothing has been more satisfying than ass blasting these phony puppets down a flight of stairs.
What do we have here? Looks like some shapes or something.
Looks like it needs power.
How do we give it power, Gordon?
Going back to the game, it doesn't go overboard with that run and gun effect. You have plenty of ammo, but you still have to use it sparingly and wisely.
We might as well just suck the devs off at this point.
This is a safe point. Hell yeah, Don. Get to sucking.
I didn't mean that literally.
Remember, no takebacks.
Now this is what I wanted, a nice change of pace after getting smacked around by Poop Nose.
Consider seeing asthma treatment. You should get more exercise. Great, we're running around with someone the size of a triceratops.
What's the plan now?
I'm taking these shells for our inventory, and while we're here, I might as well organize it a bit.
I want to throw some theories around. My question is, how did this operation all start? Our character is not really considering how the antenna was set to hijack the other TV stations.
I think our character has schizophrenia because he's just treating these things like an average day in Manhattan. Some manifestly mannequins are acquiring the sense of free will and motion, causing irreversible consequences. Meanwhile, Gordon takes another hit from the bong and says, "Stupid puppets."
Gordon's a mechanic for a reason. I'm also liking this music. Makes me want to stay in here longer.
So what's your theory, Obama? You think Gordon's wreaking havoc on an inside job?
I wouldn't necessarily say that, but power, especially to this grand of a scale, doesn't just come on under normal circumstances.
That throws into question if we are under normal circumstances.
I think realism jumped off the bridge when we walked into the realm of alive puppets. It's like we really can't get over the hump of supernatural objects here. I mean, we have a gun that shoots out the alphabet. It's not like we're side by side with the real world.
Of course, they're back up. Yeah, you guys just keep doing the wave. You certainly aren't crazy.
So what's the objective now? Finding how to turn that machine on?
Right.
And I believe these are the only doors we haven't been through. Most likely we'll have to do some puzzle to throw on a power switch or something.
I didn't know Johnny Sins was down here doing...
Who's there?
Johnny Sins, that's who.
I seriously don't know what to expect going into this, but... Oh, what the hell?
Is that a damn anaconda?
He kind of reminds me of Gordon, the way he looks so out of shape.
So is this the Ray guy that the sock was referring to?
I didn't know he'd be a damn swamp monster. You think he'd be in a Shrek movie?
Well, I really don't know what to do in this situation.
Try to find something you can turn on the lights with.
I think I just found that now. Damn!
Oh, jeez, that gave me a scare. What was that?
Gordon, you outright homunculus. You saw the damn figure before you turned on the lights.
How many damn rats are in this place? And why are they all stuffed puppets?
It's annoying how we can't curb stomp them.
I think this is to that machine over there. We need some sort of brick, and then we pop it into the socket.
I think that slab was what that oaf was hammering on.
Oh.
Boy, do I have just the thing for you.
Oh, I remember this. Obama, shoot the puppet when you get out there.
Got it. I'll light him up like a firework festival.
And you talk about excessive patriotism from me.
Yeah, he's blocking us from getting through.
Whoa!
What the hell?
What the hell just happened?
Joe, you pile of rotting flesh. Why the hell would you have me do that?
Yeah, Sleepy Joe, you crusty old bum. What the hell? Now we have Florida residents chasing us.
Relax, you two. I just wanted to show you
Stay
a cool
back.
thing they added. Besides, we're in a healthy status.
The corner!
Run, Obama. Stop looking back. They're right there.
I have to look back to shoot them, you ingot.
See, what did I tell you? You're whittling them down just fine.
Joe, I don't know what itsy-bitsy spider crawled up your ass today, but if you do that again, I'm making like Gordon and bashing you with the wrench.
Nice rubber duck they put in there.
Yeah, what the hell is that doing in there? Can't shoot it. Anyways, that was a dick thing to do, Joe.
Oh, come on. It wasn't even that bad. My point was for you to realize that we'll gain all that ammo back in the long run. Besides, I think it's pretty cool with what happened.
Yeah, Norman made like Naruto and pulled a shadow clone jutsu. Really breathtaking addition we've discovered.
What the hell was that?
So, what do we do now? Go back to that supercomputer and plug this bad boy in?
Wait, do these carnival toys get back up? Oh, they just disappear. Well, Gordon, you're taking this all very well.
I think Gordon took more than an espresso shot back in the van. I don't know how many times I've said that now, but I really need to emphasize my point.
Yeah, I sincerely doubt Gordon is the secret mastermind behind all of this, if there is one, really.
To be honest, it's really too early to tell. There might be foreshadowing in the game that we've missed, possibly some visual cues, but that's not really going to be apparent up until now.
Well, we got this thing plugged in and booting up. So what does this do again?
Oh, there's shapes on the bottom. Do we have to be like a baby and fit the square in the square hole or something?
No, these are buttons. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell you press them.
With the damn mouse, how else do you think?
There it goes. So what did that do?
It didn't look like it did anything.
To all personnel, due to the construction of the new stages, this blast door has been locked using a punch card combination. Please insert the appropriate punch cards into the 3 terminals to open the door. In the event that you have lost your punch cards, this machine can be used to print replacements.
I'm not going to lie. All of that just went in one ear and out the other.
Not surprised, Don, not surprised.
It means that you have to punch in these shapes to make a combination and put them in the stands behind us.
Okay, and I found the lever, so that's what we have to pull to print the combination. It's starting to make sense now.
That's right, you got an understanding of it.
So I take the punch card and then put it in one of these machines, right? Why do they have clocks on them?
Because it's time to get out of here, that's why.
Yeah, I'm just going to let you sit in silence after that one. Really be alone with your thoughts.
It wasn't as graphic as his jokes can usually get, just a tad bit corny.
Did that do anything? Everything just reset.
Wait, look at the papers.
Oh, these are numbers, aren't they? I still don't know what that has to do with shapes.
I'll point you back in the right direction, Barack. We left a map back in the safe room. You should go back and pick it up.
Oh, how the hell did I miss this?
It was off to the side, so your peripherals probably didn't think twice.
Are we exploring Narnia? How the hell is this actually the size of the New York subway system?
Apparently there's an east basement here as well. If only I could find a way to get over to the other map. There we go.
Now check that one paper near the wall, Barack.
Oh, a cheat sheet.
So it does correlate directly to numbers.
We already established that, Don.
So square is +2, triangle is -1, and circle is +6. I feel like I'm back in elementary school again.
I bet Ricky set this all up to confuse us. Let's be real. That cumsock is probably conspiring against us as we speak.
All right, I believe this panel is 3. So we just add these up. And that adds up to 3. Yeah, something like that.
I'm just glad you're doing this, Barack. Numbers aren't my thing.
Neither are letters, apparently.
I will say, Ricky seemed pretty enthusiastic that everything was back up and running. That just clicked. Does that mean we did it?
Either that or we've set off a time bomb that's going to blow this place up, which wouldn't be half bad either.
No, you got it. Now you just have to do that 2 more times.
Got it. Anyways, Ricky has also been trying to stop us from going to do our job.
It's also important to note that the original name of the show was Ricky and Friends. Maybe a hidden jealousy that could pose as a possible motive, but that's assuming he's the one behind all of this.
If I was a producer's old spank rag that he made into a kid's mascot, I'd be out for blood as well.
All right, I think this adds up to 10. If not, then I have no idea how I ran a country for 8 years.
It added up to 10, and I still don't know how you ran a country for 8 years.
Wait, so is this 10 as well?
It does say X, but take a closer look at the clock.
Oh, the 7's circled. Well, that makes sense.
Funny enough, you're right, though, Joe. And not only is it too early, way too early, there's too many characters to piece together any continuity at the time being.
Maybe it's a FNAF scenario, and all these puppets are the souls of old workers. We got that open, though.
They could also just be pointless puppets. Remember, there isn't one of each. We ran into 15 Normans, practically.
What the hell is this tunnel?
Wow. Wonder how deep this goes.
This reminds me of the spider holes that Mommy Longlegs burrowed.
This must be the connection between the east and west basement.
All I know is that these puppets better cool their jets. Otherwise, this kid's show will turn rated R really quick.
I should have expected as much from you.
Joe, why are we sitting in front of this oddly placed box TV with our hands in our pants?
That is only you, Donald.
Okay, why am I sitting in front of this oddly placed flat screen TV with my hands in my pants?
We have a new game to play, but added context is important for the immersion of the game. As such, we have a little film to watch first.
Why can't we just watch it on the laptop?
It's for dramatic effect. Now shut up, it's playing.
What the?
Tattletail?
Are these those Furby things from the 90s? Ah!
I guess it's a commercial for a similar toy.
What is it doing? And are those eggs?
Yes, those are eggs that come with the toy.
That's an interestingly creepy laugh.
What is that? Mama not available?
Who buys 5 of these things?
Someone's at the Alabama family reunion. We will not be buying.
Well, I think my wallet's going to stay shut on this one. How about you, Don?
I might need to get an exorcism performed on me for what I just saw. That was like Rabbids' version of a Crash Bandicoot monster.
Was that trailer allowing us to look at what we're going to play today, Joe?
It's time to get into the holiday cheer, since Christmas is coming up. Besides, Don could use a little break from the cramped office space he's worked in for the past 2 weeks.
Will there be any animatronics named after directions?
No, but since there's Tattletail, you might want to stay clear of Mitt Romney.
Wait, who? Me or Donald?
Who said I was specifying?
December 20th, 1998. 5 days before Christmas.
Pop the cork now, Joe. What's the creepy and unnerving story behind Tattletail?
Why are you always trying to ruin the story?
Looking at our room, I think we're a kid. Task, open up your Christmas present early.
I guess that just about answers it.
Maybe opening our present early isn't the smartest move. Clearly their dad didn't wear any belts that he would take off and crack on their back.
That is such an odd thing to say. Also, where is our present? You think that they would put it under the Christmas tree, but I'm not seeing it.
Why would they put the present under the tree? We're apparently that kid from Home Alone who can't keep his hands to himself.
Hold shift to run. Careful, it makes noise.
We have to be concerned about our noise making with this game. And then we have just an inconspicuous light held right in the middle of the foyer. No reason to be concerned.
Watch the yellow icon on the top right to see when you are making noise.
Donald, that means you can't be screaming.
What did you say?
Exhibit A.
You know, this really isn't the best place to hide a freshly wrapped present, just completely behind broad daylight.
Well, here's the fabled Tattletail all tucked in the box.
Looks like we found our antagonist.
Well, aren't you loud?
And creepy. You're telling me that we have to actually feed this thing? This is like a child, but worse.
Yeah, look at that meter. Seems like he really wants to eat some food. He must take after someone else I know.
There's no way you just compared me to this thing.
There, now kindly shut up so I can throw you in the back alley and complain to my parents that the dog got into the presents.
Knowing your dad. Why does this thing automatically come with batteries? Isn't there an on or off switch?
I don't think Furbies came with on or off switches.
Well, now I'm brushing this thing. He loves making noise, doesn't he?
So we can just throw this thing in the dumpster, right? He's tired, so we can just tuck him into the garbage bag.
Whoa, 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 what just happened?
Any FNAF flashbacks going on?
Tad bit, yeah.
The lights just went out and we're back in the Stone Age. Thanks, Captain Obvious. I didn't know with the lack of sight in front of me.
You would be the type to yell at a 90s toy who runs off of an Energizer battery.
I should stop expecting this thing to shut up then. An egg?
Chewed dog food? Is that another one of our early Christmas presents? Did Petco pity us for not getting a real animal?
I really don't care about that. My issue is, how did it get here?
We have to ask for a G.I. Joe next time. And where did this noise come from? Is the mist coming in?
Well, no matter how you slice it, I think we have a problem. The lights just turned off for no reason as soon as we even take a foot near Tattletail. I think it's time to just forget about this present.
I think Cole would have been a better option instead of the mini Joker.
And now we just get a random phone call?
Don't answer the phone? What sort of trailer park parents do we have here?
Listen, I see instructions and I act on them. I will not be answering my phone.
Great. Another egg, too. Missing sock. Looks like Tattletail is a hybrid dog, too. I mean, we got to feed this thing scrap metal at this point.
December 21st, 1998, 4 days before Christmas. Looks like we're on to the next day like nothing ever happened.
Wait, investigate the clunking noise. First a Furby, and now Frikazoid? Why do we keep getting stuck with the weirdos in here?
Sounds like LeBron James and Michael Jordan are teaching dribbling lessons in the kitchen.
Actual question, how heavy of sleepers are the parents here? This sounds like it's a pretty noisy occurrence. And they're out here snoring like we're in the middle of a snoozing competition.
Sounds familiar.
Really? What happened to the washing machine? Of course it's this thing. How did you get into this mess?
Garbage disposal is a really tempting place to put this thing right now.
You're really just going to keep going? Are you two brain dead enough to read the room? You're only sentient to be annoying.
I think he wants to get charged, and I want to put him on the charging station to shut him up.
If this has a charging station, there should also be a battery pack that we can throw on the ground and stomp into oblivion.
There we go. Let's have some fun. Find a vase in the placement to play with.
Bringing back some old-fashioned fun from the old days. Am I right, Don?
It would be even more fun if we rented an entire steamroller and flattened this thing like some pizza dough. Let's make Mama really unavailable now.
Our parents must be really in the gutter. If they just allow us to enter the basement and start destroying things.
This seems like a nice household, too. Typical modern family with a spoiled son.
Clearly, if he can go about rampaging with an overgrown robot rat.
Might need a different kind of exterminator. Of course, it would break it. And now the lights went off.
Grab a flashlight? Can we throw this thing away?
Shake flashlight to charge? Why are we living in Outlast right now? We're too young for this.
Task. Oh no? What do you mean, oh no? What do we do?
We just gotta live. Wait, are those eyes?
Well, you shook that flashlight like you were posing for a Polaroid picture. What eyes were you even talking about?
I don't even know what just happened.
Don't question it.
We're throwing you back into the vault like you're an old unused Fortnite gun.
How's the new season, by the way? Any good?
No, it's terrible. They changed the movement and everything. It's catering entirely to mindless cretins that suckle off their mom's credit card and can't make their own money.
We have another egg here. A French fry, huh?
Only Burger King would do something as obnoxious as that. Tasteless thing to do to a poor and lonely French fry.
Having more empathy for a fried potato than your own family is certainly a hoot and a holler.
I'm sorry that I'm a transparent human being that has priorities in his life. I've drawn the line at what top collar is for me. And the love of everything tasty takes the cake, figuratively and literally.
Couldn't even get a word in edgewise with Donald yapping like a poodle. Again, I'm not answering the phone. In fact, I'll just take a small nap and figure out what to do with this thing later.
Wait, in the game or real life?
Notice how Joe's ears perked up as soon as you said nap. Joe, what the actual fuck are you doing to our channel?
What Why did you just barge in here?
These past few weeks have been a literal catastrophe. Are you actually falling asleep on the keyboard and letting the drool type for you? What's going on?
Well, I've been kind of tired with the Christmas announcement. Besides that, there hasn't been a problem, has there?
There's no way you're a sentient human being. Okay, let me give you examples of what has gone on under your care recently.
What am I looking at here?
This happened a few days ago. You reused the details from our old PT video, except you forgot to fill out the new video details. Do you know how stupid you made us look in this?
It was an honest mistake. I was really rushed for time when I was assembling it. It was like 5 in the morning. Give me a break here.
Did your assistant just fall off the face of the planet? Whatever happened to him editing?
He's on vacation right now, so I'm filling in for his roles for the time being.
Joe, you ingot, you are the standing president. You are sworn into the Oval Office to manage the duties of running this country. If you're doing this, what's happening at the White House?
I am a candy cadet. Come get your candy here.
Is it too much to ask what I walked into?
Oh, hey, Obama. I'm just criticizing Joe for slobbering all over the keyboard while he was taking the fattest nap in existence.
Well, it looks like that isn't a valid option. Joe, what's going on?
Donald's pointing out that I've made quite a bit of mistakes recently with the channel. From the mic quality to video and titling errors, and think it's just built up into this. I really am trying my best here, but sometimes age really is a factor.
And now here comes Pity Party Joe over here, streamers and all.
Okay, Donald, I don't like ganging up on you anymore because of the classic liberal versus conservative cliche, but what do you actually do? You're like the DJ Khaled meme, but for fat billionaires.
You simply don't understand the process behind such business etiquette. Leave the intelligent thoughts for those who use it, Obama.
Donald, you rubberneck swine. You sit at a mahogany desk all day with a big red button to deliver you diabetes in a can. You're not that guy, pal.
What am I supposed to do with that information? You want a Pulitzer or something? They're practically giving those away now for the price of breath mints. You could probably use both, actually.
Stop it with the smart remarks. Help Joe out more with the channel than just typing in all caps and fantasizing about fighting robots. We might actually make more progress too, and more games for the world's best security guard.
You're lucky you threw in that last part.
Good. Now that that's all settled, let's try not to badly injure ourselves at an inspection.
Before you is an animatronic found in the back alley.
Another one.
Unsure of its origins.
Wait, why was that impression actually kind of good?
He makes a good DJ, Khaled.
Oh, you got to be kidding me now.
Who else is going to show up? The entire Spanish Inquisition?
Well, we lost that last salvage, and so there's no other choice now but to pick this thing from the garbage.
Donald's been slapped on a shish kebab and roasted all day, and I can't believe I get to see it one more time.
I'm still going back to flipping the checklist like a madman. I need to keep up to date on their status, and if they're about to inhale me like a 5-course meal.
Don't be afraid to give these things some shock therapy. There's a reason why you have 3 free shocks before anything is damaged. Remember last time what happened.
This is like the engine sound of a 1985 Cadillac.
Document results.
Wait, did her head just move?
I think I did see a little wince there.
2, 1.
Is that its third phase?
You know what happened last time I took a chance not doing it again? I saw an eyeball, Obama. It was popping out like a claw machine stuffed animal.
Well, there's one shock down. How much does the salvage go down if we shock for 4 times?
I believe it gets cut in half. The 5th time is the most important time.
How does this even give us money? It's not like we're using the metal for scrap. We're throwing it in a ball pit.
2, 1.
Haven't I told you to keep your head down? This is how the Russians treated protesters in the 60s.
I think it could still be applied about today, Don.
Her head just twitched, by the way. Even though you've already shocked her twice, she seems to be super hostile. Don't you think?
I think Ballora stuffed a minarine in her ears because she clearly isn't listening. Now we have no other shocks to dish out.
Well, now we're at the point where she's going to get into the restaurant no matter what. It's just the possibility of making profit from it.
The next office part should be really fun, huh?
The clip didn't even play. What in this universe compelled you to move your head?
Can robots pass gas?
Yeah, sorry about the smell there.
Baby, you might actually be worse than Balloon Boy. I want to treat your head like a toilet bowl and take a fat leak.
Well, now the salvage is only at $1,000. If we shock again, we might really take the tank of a price.
Even though she moved, I'm not shocking again. I'll take this thing to the dirt before I do that.
Well, there's her third stage. I guess it's just luck now.
Document results. You have
There's no such thing as luck when the world's best security guard and business owner exists.
What do you know? Don didn't get his head split open like a piñata this time.
You don't really know who your employer is, do you?
Did you have too many controlled shocks? I am the boss, and if you have a problem with that, you might want to be a bit less conductive moving forward.
You're missing the point, Don. I think she's trying to say that not everything is as it seems.
Well, thanks, Captain Obvious. I did notice the zombie rabbit standing in the corner with a party hat and a glass of punch, sucking on Candy Cadet's bubblegum balls.
What do you mean by that?
I'm absolutely contorted on all fronts for how ridiculous it is to charge $71,000 for a tarred bird with Botox.
Something tells me that you were advantageous of a lower price or something like that.
Not in a million years. Think about it. Do I really want a polished chicken with hip dips? Where's there any financial benefit in this purchase?
Who knows? You might be able to get her to Faz pole dance for everybody.
Obama, start pinching those pennies and balancing that budget because we have some saving to do.
How's this a real conversation that's going on?
Looks like you have another sponsorship offer.
Let me see. Like it was, deal. Give me money now.
Of all the words in the English vocab, I'm not sure that desperate even measures up to what I would describe you as. I'm actually at a loss of words right now.
I am slightly confused here. Are you actually gunning to get Funtime Chica? Do you think you can even get the funding by then?
Not really. I was just running with the joke. While she does have childbearing hips that any woman would be jealous of, the short-term goal here is to build up gradually. This is not a financially smart and safe investment that we can put our money in. Remember, business is art, and we shall not rush art.
So do you ever think about what you're going to say, or do you just kind of force it out of you like a soft taco supreme?
I give up. I think I actually give up now.
Never back down, never what?
By the way, for gaining Faz points, I highly suggest the rocket game mode. If I'm correct, it's the maximum amount of points you can get at this very time. With that being said, it's also a lot more fun to play too.
Looks like I have something else to be the very best at.
Well, it looks like we're about to have yet another grinding session in the works, so I think it's safe to say that we might have to unarchive some discussions here.
What's all to talk about, really?
A big one is Christmas. Can you believe it's already that time of the year again? It just seemed like yesterday me and Donna were putting candy canes in the kids' stockings. Now it's Plan B.
No one's fault but your own, Obama. No one's fault but your own.
And it's your own fault that you steer as good as a Sea of Thieves skeleton.
Sea of Thieves?
Barack, you have the opportunity to do the funniest thing of all time.
I don't have it in me, Joe. That's like becoming the fertilizer that cows roll around in. And I'm not stooping down to the level of a cow.
No, you'll just become the fertilizer itself, Obama. Stooping to pooping is what runs in the household of the Obamas. Mr. and Mr. Obama should be ashamed.
You don't even have the grounds to make that claim, Donald. You're going to rope in some irrelevant scandal from wait, did you say Mr. and Mr. Obama?
I think we're getting off topic here like we always do. Did you say that it's the time to celebrate Christmas?
Before you decide to come down from the high horse and share any holiday traditions, Obama, the only sort of liberalism that I'll have at the dinner table is sharing food for all. That's how we do it in the Trump family. Okay, you're telling me that I ran into that thing. In what Buzz Lightyear universe did a pixel of that even come close to the meatball?
Can a man talk about the spirit of Christmas during the holiday season without being treated like a wolf in a chicken coop?
Christmas is a great time, after all. Snow falling, bells ringing, red and green decorations blanket all the surfaces that the eye can see. It reminds me of simpler times, times the world was united.
Joe, you're talking about 5 years ago when I was president and I was at the forefront of uniting the world. Did you see all the things that I was able to accomplish? We almost had world peace until a cup of Joe and an IV fluid bag came crawling into the White House.
Can we go 5 seconds without unloading last night's meal onto our chest? We're grown men, gentlemen. Refined men as well, or at least we're supposed to be.
I'm a refined man until you get me on the rocket ride at Freddy's Diner. Then I'm nothing but a filthy animal that's about to be the best that no one ever was.
I am wasting precious seconds of my life waiting for an intelligent answer that will not surface. Let's carry on without him, Brock.
And Yap Station Central loves to go silly on my Willie over here. You guys go talk about Hallmark and honey smoked ham. I'll be defending the citizens of our country from this delicious pizza.
Donald, you're like the kid at a Burger King that starts whining if he doesn't get the cardboard crown.
Okay, so how many Faz points can we actually get playing this game?
I believe it's 5,000 or 6,000. It's not easy to get, though. It really takes some strategy.
Have you even considered what you're saving up for?
It's easy to invest in silly things like a Coke bottle chicken. But to make all of our lives easier, I plan to invest the profits into personal upgrades.
What exactly are you talking about?
We need our tasks to be faster during our time in the office. That's why I need to have a bit of extra money before we finish in blueprint mode. The big problem, very big problem, is that we don't know how much those upgrades cost.
Everything upgraded in the office would cost you $1,900 in total.
And that is terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying that you just knew that off the top of your head. Lizard Man Joe changing colors again.
Hey, Don, look. I think you found the strategy to avoid the pepperonis.
Of course I am. When there's a will, there's a way. And the world's best security guard always finds a way to prevail.
I think it's the knockback that the bullets are doing to the pizzas. You're able to stay alive as long as they don't swarm you. It all comes down to balancing that knockback.
We got the king of the Italians now. Looks like he's a bad aimer too, because all I'm doing is standing still. I won't complain though, easy Faz points.
Yeah, Don, I think you might have this one in the bag. Everything else is pretty much useless against you now.
You're right, it's just too easy. And just like that, Donald Trump is top dog again.
Appearances told us that you were at the top of the food chain.
So we need $1,900 as at the end of the shift to make this easier for us. With that being said, I think it's safe to say that I want to buy something that's affordable but high in bonus revenue.
The gravity vortex is too much of a risk for me. There'll be an unattended child that'll get swept up and thrown into the ceiling vent.
You're telling me that dreams do come true?
I can't say that I'm surprised, really.
Wait. Is that 8 bonus revenue? Well, slap my slithery slew and call it my golly goo. That might be the best deal I've ever seen.
That was a really big purchase, Don. We don't have enough money for the upgrades for the office.
Silly little leapy Joe Biden. Do you not remember that I have more play tokens at my disposal? I'll simply gain back more than what we lost, and we'll be in the green for the office segment.
This certainly won't have any negative repercussions.
All right, let's see what this bad boy gives us. They call it the prize king for a reason.
Don?
Barack, I think he just fucking died.
What? Quick, pop the champagne.
I'm really sick of seeing these polished microwaves.
You know what time it is, gentlemen. Time for the custom night.
Why did we skip last game's custom night? But we're playing this one.
Unlike last game, this game has a pre-made set of challenges for us to throw our hat into the ring. For example, they have the hardest difficulty for the first game, but adapted to this game's play style.
Well, isn't that great? I get f***ed by old robots and new clothing. Quite the improvement we have there.
And instead of bitching on the menu, Donald's now complaining on the custom night selection. Also quite the improvement.
Save semantics for later. Donald, since you're the world's best security guard, do you want to attempt Ford 20?
You were the best at the first game, after all.
I'll beat it first try. Joe won't even be able to fall asleep before I get it done.
I swore you said this about night 6.
I don't recall.
How convenient.
So the only ones active are the withered animatronics, right?
Right, so you only have to worry about flashing Foxy and putting on the mask for all the others.
I assume the music box is still active?
Yep, that's the one animatronic that you cannot alter difficulties. The music box is always set to a default speed.
Got it. Music box, Freddy mask, and flashing down the hallway. Piece of cake.
Haven't you eaten a bit too many pieces, Don?
Another fat joke from Obama here. You know, with how much of your liberal agenda is composed of people who look like obese worms, you think you'd avoid those jokes.
I make exceptions for you, of course.
Need I remind you of your comments you made about Barack's presidency, Donald?
Oh, so it's a crime now to criticize a president's moral approach to tackling societal dilemmas. Joe Biden's America, everybody, where the First Amendment is completely destroyed right in front of your eyes.
I'm not saying it's free of criticism, but when you call him the most ignorant president of our history, you sound like a complete fucking dingbat.
Even if that ridiculous statement was true, you usurped that role from me, Don.
Do you remember when he claimed that you founded ISIS?
I most certainly do. In fact, Michelle and I were discussing it the other day during brunch. It's like the village idiot drank lighter fluid and pissed in a fire.
And even he would still be smarter than Donald.
Do you guys have anything else better to do than eat the fibers of my pubic hair? I'm trying to win a game here, and I can't focus when you guys are getting off to each other in the corner.
Can't the world's best security guard focus with or without us talking?
Of course I can, but I still don't want to hear you two hyenas yucking it up over there.
So the answer is no, you can't focus with us talking.
I don't think he can focus in general. His term was a good example of that.
Joe, you absolute chunk of rotting flesh. Don't you dare talk shit to me when you don't even know where the damn audience is half the time. You didn't think it was alarming when your assistants had to remind you to sit?
We all had that slip of paper. Don't be ignorant.
Okay, I may struggle with a bit of memory loss, but don't throw darts at me when you can't even run the government. You had it shut down because Congress wouldn't shell out the money for your wall. What the hell sort of businessman are you?
A damn good one. And if corrupt congressmen weren't plaguing my path, we would have stopped the trafficking problem at the border. My fault I care about the safety of the American people.
Don, almost 1 million people lost their jobs, and that was all within government agencies. It's really hard to believe you care about the American people at all once you look at your lack of consideration towards them.
And it wouldn't have happened if they could have just bent their backs a little and gave me a more paved road.
And $5 billion.
Joe, what's your solution to the border crisis? Giving our government funding to other countries again? Do we look like a damn Salvation Army? We're the United States of America. Have some respect to the people.
And that's why you almost started World War III. You put us first before any other country, or even humanity for that matter.
Obama, who the hell do you think first heard about the assassination attack on Putin? He called me freaking out about that little Walmart firecracker that went over the Capitol. He didn't even speak to his advisors about it. I was the first person he talked to. So in that regard, I'm extremely considerate.
My point is that you judge my term and its accomplishments while ignoring your term and its failures.
The art of balance, as they say.
Geez, I'm getting gaslit by two Democrats on both sides of me. I think I've said this before, but it feels like the 2020 election all over again.
Did Donald do anything good, actually?
The economy was pretty good.
Yeah, but Donald's also a billionaire. He knows how to operate with budgets.
Still, the economy isn't easy to figure out. I've been dealing with that shit for the past 2 years, and I feel like I'm looking at car manuals.
You also got it when it was fresh off of the quarantine layoffs, so cut yourself some slack.
Yeah, but we're far beyond that now. It's been almost 2 years.
Joe, I'll be honest with you here, it took me so long to understand all the budgets behind the economy. For the first few years, I actually had Secretary Jack Lew do all the work behind curtains, and then I just signed off on it.
Did you just admit to fucking grand-scale fraud in front of an audience?
The hell are you talking about? He's referring to passing bills.
Oh, is that how you do it? I just chucked numbers in a graphing calculator and they just spat back at me.
So what you're saying is that we all don't know what the hell is going on.
That's what I gather.
You really think we have it together in the first place? It's a Wednesday at 2 in the morning. The world is crumbling right before us. And we're over here playing a flash game while I eat the last of the Doritos.
You fat asshole. Those were supposed to last until Friday.
They're only $3 if you go to any grocery store.
That's not the problem. Michelle is taking care of finances now, and I already went over my weekly allowance.
That entire household must be as organized as a trailer park. Damn it! I pressed on the mask.
Now you know how it feels.
Did I at least get it off in time? Son of a bitch!
Remember, Donald, this game eats your hopes and dreams and spits it out like mouthwash.
Need you remind me, Obama?
Well, that was your attempt.
Yay.
Let's reselect at the menu. Okay, so this will be my turn, since my biggest struggle was probably Balloon Boy.
What challenge am I getting?
You'll have 10-20 modes since you beat every other night.
Hey!
Excuse me, every night besides night 5.
You're really leeching for one night of work?
I'm a simple man. I want credit where credit is due.
Odd, but not the weirdest thing you've wanted.
I'll be doing the same strategy as you did, Barack. Balloon Boy will be the only one active that we have to vent check.
A lot of it was luck, too. Toy Bonnie could have pulled up at any moment, and I would have been a sitting duck.
Pun intended.
But don't sell yourself short. You beat it at the end of the day and did way better than Donald.
You didn't even beat a single damn night, Joe, and you have a weird obsession with this game.
He really didn't get a chance besides night 6.
Wait a damn minute. I didn't even think about this. With your family's reputation with laptops, you should have those security cameras read like an open book.
I'm betting $5 that you didn't do any research behind this besides what the New York Post told you.
Will Michelle let you bet those $5?
No.
I honestly don't know which family is more of a catastrophe, you or Joe's.
At least my wife isn't as old as my son.
They're not even the same age.
The age gap is considerably small, to a point where it's concerning.
Now that you mention it, I do have to say that I can't record tomorrow.
Dare I ask why?
Michelle wants me to...
You don't even have to finish the sentence, but wow, just wow.
Listen, Don, do you really think that I want to go to a library and read to children? Do you really think I would have a good time around little miscreants?
The 5 people you interact with the most reflect on your overall character, and you hang around Joe Biden a lot.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
It means focus on the game, Joe. That's what it means.
Go the hell away, balloon boy.
You got to get that music box.
Yeah, you're right. I just hope he left the vent already. Go fuck yourself.
Really need to stop alluding to things that could kill you, Joe.
Well, let's get this over with.
Now, Donald, this is the hardest game mode in the franchise, possibly. Under any circumstances, do not disturb Barack.
You act like he's defusing a fucking bomb. It's a kid's game, Joe. Calm down.
I just show a little bit of respect, and I know that's incredibly difficult for you, but at least do it here.
You act like I'm a cyborg, incapable of feeling human emotions. I kept it quiet when he was about to finish night 6. I'll do it here, too.
Yeah, I can feel the energy of this night, and it is daunting.
Good luck, man.
Sounds like you'll need it.
Okay, we're not off to a bad start.
Keep at it. You can block everything else out.
Yeah, just stay in the zone right now.
This bitch won't leave. I might already be dead.
Just stay focused. Everything else doesn't matter.
Oh, there's no way I'm living this. How the hell am I still alive?
That doesn't matter. Just keep going.
Yeah, they're not stopping for any reason.
I didn't expect them to, and you shouldn't have either.
Oh, shit, I might have a chance to wind up the music box. Spoke too soon. I really spoke too soon.
Damn, you were rolling there.
No way I'm still alive. Well, I kind of just set myself up for that one.
Well, a good try regardless. At least you made it to 1 a.m.
There, we're finally done. Let's move on to the next game.
Actually, there is one final thing I want to do.
Joe, you've got to be fucking lying to me right now.
It'll be quick, I promise.
Make sure it is.
All right, so this is one of the mini games that you could have gotten when you died.
What the hell is happening?
Seems pretty self-explanatory. We're taking cake to the children.
Why the hell is there a child crying outside? Just go inside, you fucking idiot.
It looks like a party, and if he's crying, he probably wasn't invited.
Are we feeding bottomless pits for kids? Why the hell are they hungry again? Like Freddy just gave you cake, you fucking gremlin. How about you wait a damn minute?
Oh, look, there's a car pulling up.
Your parents are here. Now stop crying. It's not the end of the world.
Why is he purple?
Probably ate something bad for lunch.
Something's not right. Freddy's not moving anymore, and that kid is going wide-eyed.
That isn't good.
He keeps crying, Don.
Joe, what the hell is going on?
Is this,
Did he just... Ah! Fucking marionette!
Interesting. And we just go back to the menu.
What did I just watch, Joe? Or what the hell did that purple man just do to that kid?
Well, the one thing you know is that it wasn't his parent. Not only that, but by the events of this game, you can imply what happened.
But that kid wasn't even in a suit. So is that another body that this man has caught?
Is this pizza place in New Mexico or something?
You can theorize the specifics from here on out, but for now, it's time for the third game.
And just like last game, I'm even more confused finishing it than I was starting it.
Joe and confusion are like a married couple at this point.
I would have said IBS, but that works too. You know we only won the first night because of me, right?
No, we didn't.
Just like when I took over the country from you, Barack, my heroic action set us on the path of inevitable victory.
Or you were just lucky.
I'm surprised you remembered that far back, Joe. Are the dementia pills working this time?
Maybe you could use these pills. It could help you remember to pay your taxes.
Joe, is it the same rules as last time?
What's that?
I said, are the rules the same as last time?
Oh, yeah, they are. Mute that phone, though. I can't hear myself think.
Who calls us anyways?
The phone guy. He talks to us about the restaurant.
Who?
The phone guy.
Asked.
You did, doofus.
Calm down, guys. I think I hear footsteps outside.
It's probably because you did.
Just as I thought. Bonnie's off the stage.
Where the hell did he go? I don't want that rabbit anywhere near me.
I don't think it wants to go anywhere near you.
It's okay. I found him in the backstage area.
As a heads up, the animatronics get more aggressive with each night.
And the 5th night is the hardest night?
No, the 6th night is the hardest night. And then there's a custom night where you can make it almost impossible to beat.
You're right, Joe. The bird's already out.
Wait, there's 7 nights? Then why the hell is it called 5 Nights at Freddy's? It should be called 7 Nights at Freddy's.
You do realize how stupid you sound right now, right?
How the f does that make me stupid?
You don't understand the marketing behind it.
I forgot you were a soy boy cuck for games that you like, Joe.
Guys, I need you to be quiet. The animatronics are getting here fast, and it's becoming really difficult to manage.
If it helps, Bonnie only comes to the left door, and Chica only comes to the right door, so you don't have to worry about them showing up on different sides.
You can also just close the damn game if you're being a big crybaby about it.
Don, you literally stole the laptop away from me last second and almost made us lose.
I was just trying to make America game again.
That's actually a pretty good slogan. I'm impressed.
Oh, yeah, it's great. I'll give old Sleepy Joe a run for his money.
Wait, what did I do?
Exists.
Quiet down. I'm hearing a lot of footsteps outside. I think it's right at the door of the office.
I think you're right. Yep, you're right.
Close the damn door now. He's after me.
I never thought I would agree with Donald.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Of course, your prehistoric ass would know a saying like that, Joe.
Okay, Bonnie's away from the door. I'm going to open it up.
Again, you're doing a good job, man.
Thanks, Joe. That does mean a lot. Any wise words from you, Donald?
I'll pass.
Not surprised.
Bruh. What the hell?
I got here pretty quickly.
No shit, Sherlock. Why the hell can it just teleport? What sort of restaurant is this?
Somehow Donald questioning the logistics of a video game doesn't surprise me.
Bonnie left. You can open the door.
Thanks, Joe. I'm glad at least someone here is not a total buffoon.
Happy to help.
Suck each other off more, why don't you? Is that what you guys did during those 8 years in the house?
At least we were in the house instead of on the golf course.
Watch out, Joe.
What?
Damn it. I was hoping that would give you a heart attack. Then I could be at peace and sit in silence.
Donald, I'm still here.
Yeah, but you're as quiet as an Iranian orphan.
Shut it, Don.
Donald, you probably agree to that statement, huh?
Was that a fat joke, Joe? Is it because I have a bigger stomach than you two and I don't look anorexic?
So I'm managing the night pretty well. I'm at 57% power and it's 2 a.m. We might cut it close, but things are looking good.
Didn't Joe say something about that curtain? I don't know what's humming in there, and I'd prefer to keep it like that.
He's right, Barack, and make sure to keep peering at Pirate Cove. We don't want to deal with Foxy.
What does Foxy do again?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
Well, clearly he does. He fucking asked.
Actually, I'll take his word.
Yeah, Foxy will start creeping through the curtain and try to attack us.
Hey, Joe, out of curiosity, who happens to be your favorite character in this game?
Oh, Foxy, hands down.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I'm sure shocked at that statement.
Donald, what the hell was that noise?
My dentures kind of fell out when I was trying to imitate Toad.
Damn, he's here.
Then close the door, Obama. What are you waiting for?
That's what I'm trying to do. The door's not budging.
What the hell do you mean it's not budging?
Oh, crap.
Something you know, Sleepy Joe?
Bonnie jammed the door button, and now we can't close it.
So what do we do?
Right now, that we just got to hold off. If we don't look at the cameras, we'll be fine, and we can make it to 6 a.m. The problem is Foxy. Since we can't look at the cameras, he might grow impatient and try to attack us.
So we're basically just sitting ducks here. Great. Just what we needed.
There was nothing else we could have done. If they jammed the buttons, you're kind of f***ed with a capital F.
All I'm saying is, when I took over last time, we were able to survive because I'm the best security guard, the very best. Now Obama comes in and look at the mess.
I can't wait till they put you in jail.
I can't wait to play 5 Nights at Freddy's, my favorite horror game series.
Great, and now his dementia is kicking in. Now I have a bubbling, crusty pile of patheticness and Joe Biden.
What?
Barack, when did you get here?
Oh!
Yeah, that's what Foxy does.
Obama, I'm telling you, if it was me at the helm of that ship, we would not have died. You saw what happened the first night. We lived. That didn't happen here.
Fine, Donald. If you want to be like that, then be like that. Here, it's your turn to play a full night out.
Bet. And I won't fall asleep like Sleepy Joe.
Wait, where am I?